We chill. Gentlemen, thank you once again. Real quick, I'm going to go around to each and every one of you and tell you something I'm proud of y'all for. So, Blue, every Sunday you've been doing this prep school thing. I love it. You helping the community. You helped me. I absolutely love it. Keep doing what you're doing. I absolutely love it. E, you writing for esports. You writing your own stuff. You making characters. And now you got a podcast. Like, I love it. I'm going to watch the episode tomorrow while I'm cleaning up. Kage, you really out here. You one of the fly streamers I've ever met besides myself. We've really bonded a lot over the anime thing. You've been doing your damn thing. I've been seeing your numbers go up and up, your community growing. They're always super active. Like, it's amazing. I love it. And Dre, it was so good to see you behind the wheels of steel once again. Like, I had you up the entire time I was in this TFT tournament. I was like, this is what I need my background music to be all the time. Like, so you and Jess, y'all doing y'all damn thing, and I absolutely love it. So
we do stuff.
We gonna start off with music. I got a couple of questions written out for a bunch of different topics. We're just gonna kind of bounce around and see where things take us. But I want to start with, what was your first favorite song by a Black artist? Just jump out whenever you feel like it.
I think mine is Knee Deep by Funkadelic, because my dad used to work at a school, and he was the athletic director, so he would have time to kind of use the facilities as he saw fit. So on Saturdays, him and a bunch of his people would go to the school and just play ball. So it'd be like maybe like a good, honestly, like at its largest, sometimes it'd be like 15, 20 around. If not, it would be just the 10 they need for the 5-on-5. And that was like one of the songs my dad would like consistently play on the way there. So like I can, the song's like 15 minutes long. I can almost tell you like every bit of that, or I know a lot of the guitar solos on that song that make up like the middle or the body of that song. And then like it happened in Good Burger, and I was like,
hey,
already? Like,
hey.
Catch up. So yeah, that's one of the many songs my dad has.
That's a standout one though. That's fucking dope.
It's a good song.
I would say, I don't know if it's the first song, but I would say that Ribbon in the Sky by Stevie Wonder holds a special place in my heart. So my parents used to be wedding singers when I was younger.
Nice.
And so I grew up in kind of a musical household. So Stevie is one of my all-time favorite artists, and that song, just every time I hear it, it takes me back to my childhood, and like it just gives me chills. Not once has it been a miss. No matter the situation.
It never misses.
It don't miss. I got lucky to hear that song live. I was at Bottle Rock out in Napa. My job took us out there just on like a company getaway, and I didn't know who was performing, but Stevie Wonder walked out with some help. And hearing that song live hit very different. Like I was like taken away. So
he's really performing at
a high level. Yeah, and
very
I
high
like
level.
Stevie is just he's one of my idols. Like when I say all time favorite artist, because he's of course a blind artist, and when I was younger, I thought I would be blind by the time I was 16, because I have degenerative myopia. So I was told I would be blind by the time I was 16. So I really looked up to Stevie growing up, and so that's another reason that song just like hits home.
That's dope as hell.
That's amazing.
Man, the first thing I can really just think of, because music always been something I loved, but I just remember the first thought that came to my head was Outkast, Sorry Miss Jackson.
Oh, banger.
Like I just remember being on the bus and everybody was singing different parts. Like I'm like, what, third or fourth grade when it came out?
Man.
And me and your dog, that right? Like we don't know what we singing about or talking about, but we know every word. We singing it. we singing it like it's just our heart and soul, and like even now to this day, I'm just laughing at I know y'all heard that the remix with the. We're not gonna talk about it's Black History Month, so we're not.
But we all know. We all know.
Me and your daughter.
I had a math teacher in high school. There's an AP math class, and I'm not strong in math. So everyone would sing the song because her name was Miss Jackson. So just get that out of the way. And I think on the last day of class, this one girl in particular just let it rip because she didn't give a fuck. And then I was just like, yeah, Miss Jackson, I'm gonna get like this 3 on this AP test, which is like the bare minimum, or it doesn't count, and then I'm gonna get out the class. And then I got it, so I didn't have to sing "Sorry, Miss Jackson." But
nice.
we did it. We did it a lot.
We love an underdog story.
It's a W,
man.
Kanye, you got one or?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, realistically, there's so many. It's hard to put one. But I remember when I was a little kid, you couldn't tell me like I wasn't part of Crisscross. Like Jump by them when I was a little kid, bro. I'm not gonna cap. Like that was it, bro. And I'm telling you, I went to school with everything with my pants backwards and all that. I was really locked in. I really thought it was there. They were like, and it wasn't the thing about it was I wasn't even like the same era. Doesn't make sense. Like half the kids probably didn't know what was going on. Like it was just 90s, and I was like early 2000s by the time I hit school. So, but yeah, that would be it for sure. If I could,
you said I'm not wearing tall tees and baggy pants. I got the backwards overalls.
You was a whole decade behind everybody else, and you loved it. You know what? You owned it though. That's really all that matters.
I'm telling you.
True.
Just to get my answer real quick, for me, it was "Make 'Em Say by Master P." That's pretty much when.
Shout to the boot.
That was pretty much. That might have been the first.
Yo, I forgot about
like legit hip hop song I heard, and it stuck with me pretty much forever. It was so appropriate because, I mean, it was all over the radio. I was from the South anyway. I was from that part of the South, so it lifted me and pretty much started my whole ratchet lifestyle. I want to say
ratchet lifestyle.
Ratchet lifestyle.
Ratchet lifestyle.
Before I even knew it, it was embedded into me.
Not like this.
We all got some ratchet in it.
Just a little something.
Don't lie.
Never that.
We ain't gonna talk about a conversation we had before the stream started. We all got some ratchet in us.
we all got some ratchet in us. All right. Okay. Just to keep the conversation about music, what was your first favorite song by a non-Black artist?
Probably "Dancing Queen" by the 18s.
Look, yo, that's not a bad answer.
I ain't mad at you.
I'm not even mad at you.
I was literally just singing that song yesterday.
I used to come on Nickelodeon like all the time, bro. I can't be mad because I was in that dance. I was singing it.
Yup.
For some reason.
What Britney Spears?
Well, Britney. I had a Christina Aguilera. I had a Christina Aguilera CD that was just one song. I think it was "Come On Over, Baby," and then I had the Spanish version on that CD too. And I used to run that shit so bad.
I was mine would have to be. I don't know. I think "Hi, My Name Is." I think Eminem. I'm pretty sure I was locked in with Eminem back then.
That's actually mine as well.
Nice.
If we going outside the realm of hip hop, I think Green Day was the first band I really kind of gravitated towards.
That was Maroon 5, heavy.
Maroon
5.
Maroon 5 was mine. Sunday morning, yo, I could still belt that out just randomly. That was a vibe, dog. Before vibe existed.
Very strong love-hate relationship with like the pop punk.
Yeah,
genre.
I like their earlier stuff. Their like newer stuff. I like their first 2 albums very, very greatly. After that, I will listen to it, but it doesn't hit the same. Maroon 5 definitely leaned more heavy into the pop.
Of course, there's also Linkin Park. Like, I feel like we could all.
Linkin Park was, yeah.
Songs about Jane had me in a chokehold.
Yes, that's my shit. That album.
Good.
Yeah, that whole
Man, Paramore, dog.
Of course. Misery Business.
Paramore's
If
for the
you black
blacks.
and don't like Paramore, I'm questioning you.
Questionable.
What?
Like,
I don't know too many black people that don't like Paramore. Dog.
Paramore goes, yeah.
it's like, are they even a non-black artist at this point? Like, just
Fair enough.
You know what's funny?
So that's the soul artist. So what you mean?
It's because it's the way that Haley Williams actually really idolizes a lot of those artists too. Like when she just topped her most recent project, whatever, Petals for Armor or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
She was like, yeah, I was just listening to like Lauryn Hill, Erica Badu, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's right.
lit.
That's right.
Oh,
Black
yeah.
my alley.
It's for the blacks.
Cap,
The
I
blacks.
would say mine.
Black.
The blacks. Yo, we gotta play that all night.
all night, baby.
I think that the
I know I
Mr.
got it.
Brightside,
About.
The Killers, the Mr.
Yeah,
Brightside
yeah.
was
Oh, yeah.
They hit home
I
for me.
never knew the name of that song for so long, but I definitely it hit the same time it hit everybody else. I
Panic
just
at the
didn't.
Disco also smacked back in the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I write sins, not tragedy.
I had bangs, I think, back then. Like,
We all did that. We all did.
we all had bangs.
Flat iron the hair, you know.
Like Daft Punk.
Daft Punk.
Bro. First time I
Digital,
heard
is it
that.
Digital Love by Daft? I think that's what it is. That was a banger from Daft Punk too.
Who had the bangs?
Not the bang.
The bang, not the bang.
I had the bangs. I had the bangs on them.
Oh my gosh.
You had the long black pants with the rings and chains on them too.
Yeah, I had
They
the
can hear you
belt,
coming?
too. It was crazy.
They can hear you coming.
Kage, do you have hair on your head?
Right now?
Just in general.
He said
Like-
right now.
You know, now that I think about it,
I have hair in my head.
I don't
Bro, I
know.
thought-
He got
Not gonna lie to you.
hair above the five
That's
head, dog.
crazy.
I just thought for some reason I thought you were bald. I don't know why.
What? No, I got hair. I promise. Do I need to take my hat off? Ain't no way.
Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen you. I don't think I've ever seen your hair.
I've
Oh,
seen
You know what?
it.
Hey,
Now that I'm thinking
I
about it, I
can
don't think I ever
confirm he has hair.
Yo, not like this.
Like if you take your head off, would you look like Joe Budden or Drake?
Oh, my hair's curly right now. Not Joe Budden. Yo, I got the curls right now, but it's wild. I've been wearing a hat all day.
Lauren said, "Take it off."
Did I see the curls? Man, the things
Listen,
pop.
listen. I would take it off if I wasn't wearing a hat all day. The time I debut, my head and my hair,
Oh, okay.
you know, it can't
Do
be.
it.
It can't be like
Do it or
that.
you ain't bad, dog. Do it or you
Oh
ain't
my
bad.
gosh.
I think it's like
the
the reason I asked is because like you have the beard and your beard's so aggressive that either your head
Right.
complements it or you have no hair on your head.
No, for sure. I have hair on my head. Like, look, I got hair on
Just
my
take the hat off, dog.
Okay, cool.
You know what?
You're good.
Take it off.
I'm looking at Blue's face. He's just like, oh no.
Take it off. I like
No,
Take
you're
it
good.
off.
Though.
Well, you might have the Uncle Phil. You only showing us the back of your head.
No, I promise. I promise. I'm
dog.
just,
So
I'm
Kanye
scared of what it
bald on
looks
the
like.
top. He bald on the top, dog.
He got the
So
Basically.
funny story.
He got the fried tuck.
Long time ago, I used to stream without hats, and then one stream, I streamed the whole time and got cooked on my forehead. And the thing about it, whatever. Ever since then, it's been permanent headgear.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
Don't
to
let
be
them
honest,
bully
my,
you,
my
dog.
forehead's not even okay. Never mind. I'm gonna defend myself.
Let's see.
Look, if you have a big forehead, you have a big. Look, I have a big forehead too.
Ah,
You got a
I
whole
do
four
too.
fingers right here. See,
Yeah, I got a big
Easy.
forehead, but now it just
My
kinda
hairline?
blends in.
I had a 10-year-old flame my hairline once, and I was like, all right, cool.
nah.
I'll just live this way.
Ain't nothing wrong with a big forehead, okay?
Children are
I got a big
ruthless.
forehead.
You know what?
They-
A child asked me if I was a vampire once because all my teeth are sharp, and I was just like, "Boy, if y'all go,
Kids will get you,
children are
bro.
the worst. They will strike you out of the blue."
I feel like the peak of kids at their meanest is like middle school. Like they know enough, they're ruthless, they had no filter, so they'll just say whatever the fuck. Like
Don't give a damn.
I don't care.
I used to work at a boys and girls club, and it was pretty much like maybe 5th to like 8th grade kids. They were ruthless,
Yeah.
like absolutely ruthless. And, you know, there's always that one that's just he got to be on all the time. Like he got to crack jokes about
Oh,
anybody, everybody,
Omar.
old, young, don't matter.
Not Omar.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying his name was Omar, but all right, moving right along. So we talked a little bit about most of the other questions, but what was the first album you ever bought yourself? Like not, you know, a gift or like could
That 18's album. No, stop. It was, but it's beyond the point. The first album. Look. Kage.
know
Big
the
ass
question
forehead. Big ass forehead. I think the first album that I really bought that I like loved from back to front was Late Registration. Kanye West. Speaking of that menace, but I love that album to death. I like College Dropout is great. Graduation is great. Late Registration holds a very, very special place in my heart.
I miss the old Kanye, man.
I would probably follow that too because it's similar but different time era. But 808s and Heartbreak. 808s and Heartbreak Souls. Yeah, that was
That's
very
my
big
favorite
album for me.
Kanye
I remember I used to walk
People
around
slept
school
on
with the disc and CD. I mean, you can't listen to it. You can't listen to it, but I got it on me at all times. Just in case,
What you got?
know what I mean? Yeah, I had it on me.
808s was slept on, like in my opinion. Like everybody kind of just, it was so different.
I liked it immediately. Like
I liked it
don't know if I was
immediately.
hating it.
808s is my favorite Kanye album, just because of the mood of it. It hit at a good time in my life for me to just be emo, you know. But the first album I bought for myself was A Girl Like Me by Rihanna. I'm a huge Rihanna fan, and that was my first thing I bought with my first paycheck.
Hey,
it was actually her, and then was it In My Own Words by Neo? I bought like shortly after that.
What happened to Neo?
He fell off after Libra scaled up. Now he's just doing his own thing.
He be writing songs, so he writes, huh?
Girl Like Me was dope though. Like Unfaithful and SOS, bro. Like
bro, Unfaithful. Once that piano started going, you don't know what's about to happen, dog. You about to belt it out like your life depends on it.
that explains your deep love of like Rihanna and like how you will defend her till like the ends of this earth.
Rihanna is my future ex-wife. Like I found out earlier, was it earlier this week or late last week, that Kim does not like Rihanna's music, and honestly, our friendship has not been the same since.
What?
But you know,
I don't get it. That's a joke. No, that don't make sense.
It don't make sense though. We'll miss you, Kim. Yes, GB.
I was listening to Throw It Up the other day. I was like, how can you not like this? I don't understand.
I had to say, for me, I know y'all said Late Registration, but like Late Registration introduced me to Lupe. I was like, who is this?
Oh yeah,
Going hard.
I was a big Lupe fan.
So then that Food and Liquor came out. That literally changed the way I like music. Like, at that time, I was listening to. I'm from Louisiana, so I was listening to all the ratchet. So like, Kevin Gates, like.
Because that was like the crunk era, like that came out.
It was straight the original trap music, the T.I., the Lil Jon.
Yes, the Jeezy, like yeah.
But Lupe said, "Hey, bro, listen to this. Think real quick." I said, "Think? The music? All right, let me try." Oh my God, this man got bars.
I feel like music changed then. Like everything just kind of started to switch up.
It was a very interesting time because I think right around that time you had like the Kanye West pseudo backpacker era because Kanye was doing all the Rockefeller stuff. So like he still, like doing the pink polo thing or whatever. But you still had like 50 and G Unit doing their thing, and then you have the trap movement coming at the same time. You got the snap your fingers, the snap music,
T-Pain,
there was a lot of things happening all in that late in the 2000s.
It really was.
I think
so.
I remember
that was like the return of pop music too, kind of integrated into a lot of different genres.
Sure,
and that's around the time
like a melting pot of music in that time frame.
I think it was around that time. Of what?
I remember those albums are wild. Like Lupe and Kanye and them, like they changed the game to the point. Like they changed my style. Like I was dressing different because of them. I was wearing the pink polo. I was
from tall tees to polos, right?
My tees were down here. And I was snapping, and next thing you know, I was in some skinny jeans or like not skinny, but I was in some Slim Straights.
I kind of met in the middle. I had really big polo shirts, like just gigantic polo shirts for absolutely no reason.
Looking like dresses, bro. Jersey dresses.
Right, like polo dresses, basically. I'm glad we brought up, bro. Incredible. What a time to be alive. Like, I'm glad y'all brought up Lupe because that wasn't my answer to the question. Mine was actually already Platinum by Slim Thug.
Gosh.
Oh, bro.
Bro,
Pug.
Like,
yo.
I'm from Houston, bro. Like it
I
was.
ain't thought about him in a minute.
Man, I had just gotten my car, like 16. That was the first CD I bought, first CD I popped in my car. I was rolling around Houston in a PT Cruiser. You can tell me shit.
Oh my
Boy,
goodness.
that's the reason.
PT Cruiser. You know
Couldn't
what's
tell
funny?
me shit.
I was a weird kid. Okay. Let me just preface this. But my parents, like I used to want a PT Cruiser. I don't know why. I used to
I
want one
forgot
so
about
bad.
this.
And
feel
like,
like
for
everybody
Christmas,
did it.
for Christmas one year, my parents got me like the only model car that I have owned in my life is a PT Cruiser. I was just like, God.
And then when
And
you
then
got
like
it,
as I got older, I was like, the fuck?
What was I thinking?
like the idea was fun, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, the idea.
It's not like I had much choice. Like it was either that or a Nissan Xterra or some shit. I don't
Everybody
know.
had Altima or Maxima back then. Well, not the Maxima, the Honda
People-
Accord.
Everybody auntie did.
Not the hot dog Accord though.
My first car was the Jetta, the Volkswagen.
Ooh.
It had like 200,000 miles. And you know those cars are not good to have miles like that. Those foreign cars don't need to be up there with 200,000.
You know what?
From day one,
No
dog.
cap,
You know what I used to call the Jetta? I used to call it the Valley Girl car.
It's a Valley Girl car.
That makes sense for you, Kage.
I would have like it was crazy because we would have at least eight deep in it. I don't know how people would jump out the trunk.
Gosh.
We were mobbing in it though. That's just how it was back then.
When I had a Ford Taurus, that big car, we put everybody in that car. My first car though was a Saturn.
R.I.P. Saturn.
Yeah, R.I.P. Saturn.
Saturn.
It was also a hand-me-down Saturn, and it was my brother's old car, and his ex-girlfriend decided to key some word, well, a word into the hood. She misspelled it though,
Damn.
so it's fine.
Now she misspelled. Is it a word you can say on
It
stream?
was the C word, but she spelled it with a K, dog.
Oh,
So I just rode around that as a child, you know, just going to high school.
Jesus Christ.
Just to just to go back to Lupe real quick, I'm glad y'all brought him up because that was probably the one artist that influenced me the most at that age. I used to be real self-conscious about all the shit I used to like, you know, anime gaming. Like, I used to be real self-conscious about it, but Lupe kind of brought me right out of that. Was like, nah, bro, you can be cool, you can be a gamer, just own that shit. Like, I think it was and he
That's
gets
why
the
I
girl. Yeah, that's why I liked him. Like, it was, and he gets the girl, and he dropped like Final Fantasy in the song, and I was just like, now wait a minute, like,
that's a banger.
it was over and done with at that point.
You couldn't mention you liked anime or fighting game. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just wasn't cool back then. Anime was not cool back then.
No,
It
I'll
was
argue-
suicide.
I'll argue and say that anime more so than fighting games was a curse in its own. Because like, I feel like you could definitely chop it up. Be like, yeah, I was playing Street Fighter, I was playing Tekken, blah, blah, this, that, the
You
third,
get away with
whatever.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, like that's a OG too. But yeah, it was so weird. I feel like everybody collectively watched like Dragon Ball, like the Toonami era of things coming over.
Yeah,
people were watching that, and then that's it. And if you were watching anything else, you were weird.
Like, what's
or
definitely,
you just doing too much.
Yeah.
But
you know, it was a group of people that didn't know that was, you know, I mean, they didn't consider it anime. They just considered another cartoon because it came on Cartoon Network or something.
Yeah,
Right.
That's. I feel like that was the
It was
gateway.
normalized.
Toonami, Adult Swim. I think
Toonami
that
was definitely the gateway.
the gateway
to-
for sure.
Yeah.
It definitely in my life, at least.
I think when I got to college and I realized like I wasn't the only black kid that liked all this stuff. It's almost like a collective of everybody like was talking about animes I never even heard of, was talking about games I didn't think black people played like I did. Like, just, yeah, pretty much. Like,
When I knew I was in a good place is when I had my 3DS in my pocket. You remember it's like Street Pass and stuff?
Yeah.
Never connected when I was in like before that. I walked around campus this one time. I'm like, hold up, who is all these people? Y'all playing this? Y'all playing Animal Crossing? What?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it's
I
just
remember
certain
the-
things.
The PSP.
Oh.
was
Oh,
my go-to
what an
back then.
era.
PSP was
like-
a gem.
that could be a music player. Like, you could watch movies off that, John.
Everything.
Yeah, bro. The PSP.
Yeah, it was undefeated. It was ahead of its time.
At one point,
bangers on there too.
At least 3 people I knew in high school had the uncut tip drill video on their PSP. And we was watching that shit in the cafeteria like it was nothing wrong.
You know what? I got in trouble at school for watching
the remote
Sierra's
Last Channel.
The My Goodies?
Not My Goodies.
Last Channel.
It came out on that like a Boy album. I forgot what it was. But she's like leaning on the Promise. Yeah, I got in trouble for watching the Promise video.
That's my favorite Sierra song.
Watching Tip Drill.
I told you, ratchet lifestyle.
Lil Wayne killed that Promise remix though.
That Promise was wild.
What didn't Lil Wayne kill at some point?
You're right.
Lil Wayne was just murdering beats like for a good 5 years in a row.
Good 5 years, bro. That was the era.
Lil Wayne's
career is
I missed
such.
that whole era.
You could make a stream just on Lil Wayne's career, dog. Like
Yeah.
it's taken so many turns.
It's true. That's also true.
Remember when he made that hard left towards like rock and roll?
Oh yeah.
He came back quick though. He came back quick.
He said, "Oh, hold on, nope."
But it speaks to his career that he can come back from that because there are people out there like people we mentioned, Sierra, Neo. They had like one album that people were not really banging with, and even though they've had albums since then that have done good in like their communities, like they're not really that mainstream anymore.
Yeah.
But Lil Wayne, he puts out this rock album that ain't nobody really fucking with. He's like, here go a mixtape. Here go a mixtape. And they're like, all right, dog, you back.
I fucked with one song. I don't remember. I think it was "Fuck Up the World."
That was the only one.
That was the only one I really fucked with.
That's the only one, dog. That's all you need.
That
song was real too. Shit.
I'm trying to. What else? Yo, y'all remember? This may be another, I guess, honorable mention for me personally. I don't know why, but Young Jeezy.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh,
Jeezy
Motivation 101?
101, baby.
Motivation 101 was a lot. That album was crazy.
I used to play it before every basketball game, bro.
Yo,
Bro.
yeah, for sure.
If there's any like pre-sports music you could play back then, it was usually Young Jeezy. Like,
Young Jeezy or
Ballin'.
Ballin'. We fly. I'm telling you, that was a thing.
You know it.
My chick was in on these streets. What?
Bro, and 101 came out of it felt like it came out of nowhere.
Nowhere, bro.
Like all of a sudden it was just here's this like Manny Fresh track with Young Jeezy on it. Everybody's like, oh, that's that dude from Boys in the Hood. Like it was like,
I'm gone. What?
I remember that Go Crazy too, the Go Crazy song, and then Jay-Z had a remix on it.
Oh
my gosh, bro. That was a rap. That was a different era. They don't make music like that no more. I'm not
really
a cat. It's not
They'll remix it in a heartbeat, dog.
That
like
a lot of that shit
that come on now. I'm like, oh yeah, this is that song, dog.
Yeah, all that shit is getting sampled now, and it's just like, hold on.
That's how you know we're getting older, bro.
That's
like
how you know, dog.
We like getting sampled
because like all our songs were sampled from like
the 90s. And the 90s song was sampled from the 80s and the 70s.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at it. I just wish it was better.
I don't think we're at the old school point yet.
I think that's classified as old school technically.
No,
like the newer
we're
generation.
Technically at the old school because like there was an old school radio station and they played Missy Elliott and I was very upset that day.
Yeah, that's a rap. But that Young Jeezy was wild. The one Thug Mode, Young Jeezy was crazy.
All right. Let's talk about fashion a little bit. I want everybody to talk about one of their favorite outfits that they wore back in the day, and let me know if you're ashamed of it or do you stand by the choice you made at that point.
I don't know anything about fashion. I'm so bummy. Like I still don't know how to dress. Like I don't fucking. I wore American Eagle.
I'm trying to think.
And
Polo.
Like what? Like you're talking about like first fashion item, or like you're just talking about in general, like
just like at a moment where you really thought like you was just stunned on people.
I thought I was doing big things when my clothes shrank and I was jerking. I was jerk battling, obviously jerk battling. You know, back in the day, you're a jerk. Right? Bro, I had the skinny jeans. I had the colored skinny jeans with the studded belt. But it was crazy because remember, like sagging was somewhat cool back then. So you had like a little sag, but nothing too crazy. And shirts were tighter. I had I'm telling you, and the snapback era. Remember, like a bull snap. Everyone had a bull snapback. I don't know why.
I would have hated you.
Everyone had a bull. And
I
I had a Jesus piece as well. Like, you know, the Kanye West Jesus.
He was the Utah Tiger, huh?
He was out there. He was really out there. Anyone though wanted to smoke, I was battling on site. We had our group name was called the Half Breeds, and we battled all the other ones.
No,
I gotta go, dog.
stream's over. Like, just
Hey,
bruh, the amount of jokes.
I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now.
No fucking way.
I'm dead.
I'm
That
shook.
was us, though. That was us.
Dog,
though.
ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way.
I
dog.
know.
I don't even know what to say.
That just made my day, bro.
Keeping it real, that was us.
The blacks.
Man, I had one outfit. I'm not saying I also didn't know how to dress, so it's fine. But
I mean, none of us did, really.
I went to the barbershop once, and there's this cat who, honestly, the way
Can
I
we talk about how Dre is cheating on his barber?
Why are you so loud, bro? Nobody's talking to you. That's crazy. Anyway, I went to the barbershop one day, and there's this cat just selling shit out the back of his car. Nothing crazy, but he had this like sweatsuit, and I love this shit. It's like this blue sweatsuit, hella big, looked like a patchwork thing. I have it in my closet. I'll pull it out. I'll go grab it in a second. But bro, I honestly, it's over. It's like 3 sizes oversized, dude. Because obviously, I have the frame of a 12-year-old child. So like, it just looks fucking.
You thought you was stunning, huh?
No, I thought I was comfortable, and I was comfortable. And that's all I cared about. I walked to the school like twice with it, and I was like, I can't do this again. This is the dumbest outfit. But yeah, give me a second. I'll grab it.
Yeah, I was definitely like in high school. I think I found a good hoodie to put on, and that was it. Like I wasn't trying to impress nobody. I was very, because like high school was kind of weird. Like I had gone to the same private school from like preschool to the 9th grade. 10th grade, I went to a different school, and then 11th and 12th grade, I ended up going somewhere different to graduate. And so, like 11th grade in high school, I was just like, I don't know y'all. I don't want to know y'all. I'm just be.
I'm being shadows.
I was just like, I wasn't like, I knew everybody. Like I was, of course, like, you know, social in my own way. Shout out to introverts. But like I got to know everybody, but like I was very much just still to myself. So like I wasn't trying to dress to impress. I was just there, dog.
That's it.
Man, it was at one point when I was.
Yo, you still got it?
He really did put it out the closet, bro.
He gonna put it on?
Yo.
Yeah. He still got it on him.
Hey yo, it do look comfortable.
It do look warm, boy.
It does look nice.
That's the bodega hoodie.
I think
Not the bodega.
I think the zipper is broken, but you know.
Give me 2 blacks.
You know how wild it is to have something you wore back then, like even still around. Like I can't find none of my old shit.
Bro.
I still have stuff.
Because remember the era we were in. Remember we was wearing oversized clothes,
Bruh.
Well, that's the funny part, is that my dad always thought that I would grow into my clothes, and I still retained the same frame. I've been the same size. It's almost sad. My dad's like, "Yeah, I'll buy you this suit.
Nice,
You'll be all right." And then I'm just like, "Damn, Dad, these shoulders look like I'm in like a 1980s R&B video with
You
the
look
shoulder
warm.
pads." Oh,
Not
Bro,
the shoulder
yeah,
pads.
you know how them shoulder pads be like out here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. I remember the shoulder pads.
What you want?
I think
so.
Bro, yeah, you warm, fam.
yeah, you warm as shit. I think the one outfit that always comes back to memory. I had this whole Rockets get up. It was a Rockets polo. It was red, white stripe, and I had these I had these jean shorts that I got from some random store in the mall. Big ass Rockets logo on the thigh, like just designs all over it. I think there was some paint splattered on there. It was ugly as fuck, but you couldn't tell me shit.
Oh, y'all remember acid wash jeans?
I wish I could forget.
I wish I could forget.
I had a pair of black acid wash jeans that I used to wear religiously.
I remember those. I remember, actually, I'm thinking about it. I think if I could say from like the first one, it was those jumpsuits, like the Sean John jumpsuits. I remember that era. I remember my Sean John jumpsuits were fire. I had the baby blue one. The icy blue one.
Did you have a knockoff? Yeah,
not the case.
Y'all remember FUBU?
Well, Fat Farms.
FUBU.
The Fat Ab was FUBU though.
The Fat Farms. The laces were like this thick.
I used to have I remember I used to have a orange FUBU like hoodie, right. And then I also had like a beige FUBU sweatshirt. That was all I would wear in the winter, dog. Right. I was just like, "Yep, that's it."
Sounds about right.
I forgot who it was, but somebody brought FUBU back, and they wasn't black.
I saw that tweet. It's in
Cheers for Black Boy Joys.
I forget. Yeah, that was
show
recent,
love
though.
one, show love one, show love one, show love one, show love one, show love
Somebody
one, show love 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 7.
That boy lives forever.
No way, no cap. Let me find out.
It was Forever 21.
So much sense, but also like I'm upset.
Went to the mall with him. Was it me, Omar, Kim?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. And Omar's like, "Yo, we gonna get you this, that, the third." I'm like, "Omar, we had Forever 21, dog. This is not how it's gonna go."
Kage, this what you had?
Nah, bro.
Yup.
But the baby blue one, bro.
Hey, listen.
Get away with that now, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Yeah. I even had the P. Miller one. I'm not sure if y'all remember P. Miller.
But Miller.
Romeo.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
P. Miller went crazy.
Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
And a pair of lugs, too. Not even Tim, just straight lugs. I remember this nice pair of lugs.
Yo, them tracksuits and some Adidas, though.
Bro. It's a living tracksuits.
I mean, any women in the chat had the pastries?
Yo, I forgot about the pastries, though.
I can't even tell you. I'm pretty sure my ex in high school had like 3 pairs of these.
Yo,
these right here.
And the pastries, that was it for the.
It was a wrap.
Thought about the pastries.
Oh no!
No way! What? Those are real?
Yeah, it was Run's kids, right?
It was. Yeah, it sure was.
Bro.
Yeah.
This is right here.
Yeah, Angela and I forget the other one's name.
I was thinking of the ice creams, but those are totally different. Those are Pharrell, like the ice creams, I think. Yeah.
I remember at one point, everybody and their mom had babes, like shoes, shirts, everything. It was all Lil Wayne fault. Like
it was Soulja Boy.
I would say Soulja Boy. It was Soulja Boy.
The first person I saw wear babes.
Soulja Boy, he'll come at you on Instagram, dog. You better calm down.
You better not. You don't want to calm down.
Okay, but in the Money on My Mind video, Wayne had on that red Bape hoodie. That was the first time I ever saw Bape.
I remember
Soulja Boy had the Bape shoes, hoodie, all that on the My Dougie video on YouTube. Y'all remember that video? Mm-hmm. Like Soulja Boy was trendsetting. We can say what we want about him, but
no, Soulja was trendsetting, bro. I think I even had glasses at one point that had like my name on them. You know, he used to write Soulja Boy in his glasses. It was those glasses. And then the shades. Remember Kanye had the shade glasses
shades
too?
with the ventilators in them, bro?
I want
shade glasses were wild.
Speaking of that video, you see that poster of the Akira, like that whole Stronger video? Is an Akira reference, like the whole and that was dope to me too by Kanye. We still on music and fashion. That was a fashion thing for me. Like
that definitely is a visionary. Like
because that's how I found out about Akira. I was like, what is this? Does this already exist? I need to go find this.
The whole video was basically the movie. It was dope as hell to me.
When I saw the movie for the first time, I was like, "Oh shit, this is stronger!" Like this shit actually blew my mind.
Yeah,
legendary.
that compilation, Blue?
Nah,
Was
Mac,
it you?
The stronger.
Mac posted.
Oh, it was Matt. Yeah. I love that slide. It's so fun just watching people do their own spin on the slide.
I'm trying to find
how iconic it is. It don't get talked about enough for like being one of the pioneers of bringing anime to the West.
Yeah.
I had a pair of these FUBU sneakers, but they was red.
I didn't even know they had sneakers till this day, dog.
FUBU has sneakers.
They had.
I know they had the boots.
They had sneakers. Were those lugs? Maybe did they have boots?
Lugs had them too.
Lugs,
some Birdman lugs.
Those lugs. I'm telling you, the lugs back in the day. I need a pair of lugs now.
These are them right here.
What?
The fact that you can buy them?
Hello? What?
Hello? Can you? You got a virus?
Of course it's Kohl's. Hey, listen.
Feelers,
these
bro.
are feelers. These are feelers.
That shit ugly, dog.
Oh, here they are. I think.
Spartan, I don't think these searches are coming up on your stream.
Yeah.
Are they not?
No,
Nah.
I think
And then you gotta click on. Well,
I think I gotta be on active on the window.
yeah. Look,
Yeah,
hey, no,
it's
go
true.
go right there. Go. Remember them square ones in the middle on the second row? Hate them. Hate them, bro. Hated them shit.
It's a square bottom too.
Oh my,
Bro, those are the ones I was rocking.
Yo, Kage, that makes a lot of sense, dog.
I feel like I couldn't miss with the P Miller baby blue and those ones I couldn't miss. Bro.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Bruh.
not surprising.
Not surprised.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw an ad on Instagram. Of course, it was Instagram. It was for a FUBU jersey. I'm not gonna lie. I almost pulled the trigger.
Oh my god!
As a content creator,
Why?
what you do?
Why the fuck not? Right?
Right. What we gonna do? Oh, it's a cosplay. It's a 90s cosplay.
Basically, yeah.
Play that shit out so easy.
Exactly.
Done like that.
No big deal.
Like that. And it'd be funny. Fuck it.
Let's turn the convo. We grown as fuck. Like it's my money, shit. All right. Let's steer the convo towards food, but specifically drinking. Do y'all have any like first time drinking experience stories y'all want to share? What was the first drink you ever had? Because I know most of us didn't know what the fuck we was doing the first time we started drinking.
I'll ask my brother real quick.
The first drink that I had, don't drink underage.
Yo,
Disclaimer.
I was 19. I was on spring break, and it was Natty Light, the piss of a beer, dog. I started drinking on the worst beer imaginable.
Thank it, boy. That shit had your whole gat just smelling horrible, bro.
You was out here smelling like a frat boy. Like
I had some friends who, to be fair, I wasn't drinking before that trip, so my friends bought the beer. So like, I had bad friends. We're no longer friends, you know. So,
exactly.
My taste has grown, so you know. But we all got to start somewhere, I guess.
True.
Look, I mean, we all look. When you first start, you're gonna do something silly. The silliest thing I ever drank, Everclear and Taka.
Yo.
That's just death.
Are
in the
you
glass.
okay?
And this was we broke. We in college.
Yeah.
Get some. What this is? It's only $10. You sure you want it? Go ahead, bro. I ain't never died again like that. But baby, that Everclear, bro. It only took one time. I was on my ass the whole week because it was so bad.
Bruh.
Now I'll never take these shots of Everclear. I'll be like, okay, cool.
Taka is a name I could have just left in my memory banks. I didn't need to remember that existed at all.
I'm waiting for one of y'all to say Four Loko.
I do have a story about Four Loko.
Oh, go ahead, E, please.
I got nothing good.
Oh no,
I don't. Go ahead.
Also, like, don't drink underage. So this was a year later.
Yo.
But I had driven up to see my friend in Tuscaloosa, which is like a real big like college town in Alabama. that's where like the Alabama team plays for anybody who watches college football. But I went up there. We were going to party. He was talking to some girl who was out at the bar. And I was like, yeah, bet, vibe. So of course I can't drink when we go to the bar. So we're just like, let's hit the gas station. Let's get a couple of Four Locos. And so I bought a couple of Four Locos thinking like he was going to drink with me. But, he was 21, so he could drink at the bar. He's like, no, both of those are for you. I was like, oh, sweet, cool. So I drank one in the parking lot of the bar. And yeah, that was the night.
Nothing else to do.
That's all I remember.
that was the night. I briefly remember being on stage, like, you know how if a girl is like twerking in front of you and you just got your hand up. I remember briefly doing that at one point, but that's about it. That's the whole night.
Yeah, I grew up around a lot of rowdy white people, and they reminded, or they taught me that I should just wait. And so I missed the whole Four Loco era. I was like, go to parties. I went to parties in high school. I'd be the designated driver. I'd be like, oh my God, Andre's here. Let me get a ride. I'm like, fuck y'all, but whatever.
I carried the same role throughout college. I actually didn't drink until my senior year of college, spring break. No. It happened to be Mardi Gras.
Oh, wow.
And my first drink was a Jello shot.
Oh no, okay.
Oh.
And then I had like half a hand grenade.
Dangerous.
I'm getting one next week.
Jeez.
But the stupidest shit I ever drank was I went to Miami literally like the next day, and my dumb ass was like, you know what? Let me mix Everclear and Powerade. And my friend yelled at me so loud. He was like, you gonna fuck up your heart. You need to fucking chill the fuck out. Like, he never yelled at me like that before in my life. I was like, fuck it. He was like, don't do that shit no more after today.
Not hypnotic. Kiki, please.
Hypnotic?
Kiki out here drinking hypnotic, bro.
Hypnotic was terrible.
That's mine technically. I didn't really drink until like I didn't drink till I was 21. I don't know. I just didn't have the interest in it. I was supposed to
right there with you.
Supposed to hoop, I had other things going on.
Had hoop dreams.
Had hoop dreams, But
half breeds and stuff.
We'll have to talk about that later. We'll talk about my hoop dreams later. But yeah, so it was Hypnotic and Hennessy. It was Incredible Hulk. And I had no idea what I was getting myself into. My bros was like, yo, and I'll never drink Hypnotic ever again in my life. Yeah. It's one of those things that like if you smell it, it's just all bad. I'm telling you, bro, I was hungover. And the thing about it, it's like my first time I hit 21. I didn't drink again until I was like 22 from that mistake.
You were scarred.
Like, no, drinking's not for me because I was out. I was down and out. Like
you was traumatized.
In Louisiana we had daiquiris. The Incredible Hulk daiquiri, actually pretty good.
They do that out there.
I'm pretty sure they still
those grenades that you were talking about. Me and TK, we went to New Orleans once. Me, TK, and our roommate.
Don't know.
We went to New Orleans once, like a few years. Oh, it's a while ago at this point. And we found the only bar like that wouldn't let you come in with your drink. And so everyone was like, shit, we just bought these grenades. So I was like,
why does that happen to everybody? That happens to everybody that goes to New Orleans. That's happened to me twice.
I finished mine, then TK passed me hers. I finished that one, then our roommate passed me. I was like, I guess. So, you know the term boot and rally? I did that. So back in the day, back in like our party days, there was this particular song, which I'm sure like most of you know, called The Wobble. But
hello,
The Wobble would come on, and like if we were at the point in our lives, if The Wobble comes on, you can't not be on the dance floor. So like I booted and rallied, came back before the song ended and started going. It was a nice night.
It's so many New Orleans stories, like, bruh.
New Orleans fucked my life.
Let's talk about those.
Like my first time actually going to New Orleans, I was in high school and we was on a school trip, and the school trip just happened to take place during Mardi Gras.
Oh no,
Bruh,
Happy Mardi Gras, guys.
bruh.
Jesus.
When I say nobody cared or asked how old we were on bourbon now. Like, so what happened? It was like a class called DECA. It was like a business class, so we had to go do like a little competitions about marketing strategies and stuff. We had went to the Chris Paul was in the Hornets then, so we got to go to the New Orleans game. Chris Paul, Tyson Chandler was still playing there. And we got back to the hotel room. We had the PS2. That's how look. We had the PS2.
Yo, the PS2.
And we the only person that had connected to the TV was our teacher. And we was like, "Hey, can we come to your place?" And nah, I'm about to go to bed. I was like, "It's 9 o'clock." Say less, bro. When I say our 17-year-old ass was out on Bourbon Street, wilded, bro.
17. What the?
Bro,
they didn't give a shit.
Dog. It's somebody. Hey, we need some alcohol. I got you, young fellas.
Yo,
Bro, so much shit happened in that hotel room and on Bourbon Street. They was letting us in clubs.
Jeez.
Wasn't checking no ID. We was just lit.
He was just out there.
We went to the wrong side of Bourbon. It was like, oh, this what happens out here. That's what's up. Let's go back to the hotel room now because it's wild. All during the school trip at 17, we got back and she didn't even know. She was like, oh, how was your night? Oh, we slept good. Slept good. Now pick a Rick, you tripping.
Is it what we not gonna do?
N64, but nah.
You won't get blue started.
I'm a Nintendo person.
I definitely think PS2 was better than the N64, but
lies. But okay,
we're gonna that's a whole nother combo. That's a whole nother. If you want to go, that's.
I mean, if that's where it's going,
look,
you gonna get blue started, boy. Like y'all don't know.
What did?
Rare.
Oh,
fair.
honestly,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Okay, that's fair.
That's definitely fair.
That's a bar too.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about spoilers.
So, Kanye, let's talk about your hoop dreams. Bro. No,
boy, I'm curious. I'm a little curious about that. Listen.
What position did you play?
I was shooting guard. Long story short, okay, here, y'all really want to know? I had a scholarship and everything, but I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was like, "If you go, we done." And I was like, "Well, I ain't going then." And so I didn't go.
Not for the poom poom, dog.
We broke up literally like the next summer.
Were you good?
I was so I had to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I used to hoop.
Just how it goes. Yo, Kinky Saint, cheers. That's what happened.
What
Slimming? Cheers.
What position did you play, Blue?
Is that watermelon white call?
2 through 5.
Yeah, what's up with it?
Oh, you played the whole
power forward and center.
Goddamn!
Are you drinking watermelon in 10 seconds? Because it's today.
This was
high
school. I was gonna say that, but
drinking watermelon white claw on the black panel, dog. Come on, dog.
I like watermelon.
It's February, bro.
Let it rock.
It is still February.
No, like I was like one of the tallest and biggest people back then people wasn't 6'6", 6'7" in ninth grade back then. Some people were, but so I had to play big man a lot, even though I'm just 6'3".
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like the sport of basketball was still kind of centered around big man at that point, or kind of phasing out of the big man.
The whole game was different back then for sure.
I was one of those many black people who wasted their height because I was very tall but was not physically. Literally, I still have the same body frame since high school. I've not done anything. So my dad wanted me to either be a wide receiver or a pitcher. He loves baseball. I found out I hate baseball kids because they're dicks. Because they
are. They absolutely are. Yes,
I played that too.
They are, chat. If you play baseball, we don't care.
I refused to play lacrosse because it just felt too white for me. And
they're also dicks.
In middle school.
What you say, Blue?
Like I went to a middle school that made me play all that.
Look, lacrosse.
So I played lacrosse, tennis, baseball, all of that.
I don't think I knew about lacrosse till gossip.
Lacrosse, I couldn't I couldn't get behind it. Like in my gym class, I was almost always the only black person, so I just couldn't get behind somebody being able to hit me with a stick. So, yeah, cross ain't for me, dog.
And then, so me being the non-contact person that I am, I wound up just running track and field. So that worked out.
I
I
feel
bet you had a
that.
blast with that, didn't like track meets was dope.
I remember
Track-
track meets
meets
were.
were
I did track too, naturally.
Naturally.
Naturally, like I remember I had no idea, no intention of doing track, but the track coach was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I guess." And I wonder why.
Really come and ask you want to run?
Oh
I
my
wonder
God.
why.
I guess.
But I remember that too. I remember back at the basketball in general. Like basketball was different back then. I remember like I wouldn't say butt heads with my coach, but it was kind of like the era where guards would score. Like remember the traditional guards, all they were built to do was assist and pass and vice versa. So I would butt heads because I'm trying to hoop. I was trying to score. So I remember my actual coach would be like, I remember he like benched me one game because I was like pulling. He's like, yo, I get what you're doing, but like set up the play. And I'm like, no, like I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? So I remember we would butt heads, and I remember the dude, one of the scouts that actually offered the scholarship was like, I see what they're doing, like just keep doing you, or vice versa. So it was cool. It worked out, but I didn't go anyway. But yeah, I remember that the game was changing then. Like it was just different. But now you look at basketball, guards dropping 50, 60. You know what I mean? You got Russell Westbrook's, like, you know.
That's back then. I had the same problem because they only want, if you was a shooting guard, that's what you was supposed to do. You shoot. That's it. Shoot through when I pass it to you. But playing big man, I could shoot. But back then, if you was playing center power forward, if you caught that ball at the 3-point line and you shot it, they putting you on the bench. Not because you couldn't do it, because that ain't what you're supposed to do. Look, bro, I remember scoring 15 quick points and sitting out the rest of the game because I just kept shooting. He said stop shooting. And to prove a point, I shot 5, maybe 5, and got off. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was different back then. And it made me not like it anymore.
Growing up Texan, football was my sport. And honestly, it was religion in the state. And my dad used to play football. He was actually a star at U of H back in the day. So my mom would tell me about it all the time. He would tell me about it all the time. And I was like, I want to play football. It came to a point where I was also doing driver's ed, and football practice was kind of interfering with that. And my mom gave me a choice. She basically said, you can either learn to drive and get the car or keep playing football. I'm not going to lie. Getting hit one good time made it easy for me to pick that choice. So, and as we know, I ended up with the PT Cruiser. So,
bro, I was supposed to. I played a little bit of football, but I remember we had our rival game against like the school rivalry, the high school rivalry. We had practice one day, and it was like a mandatory practice, but Halo dropped. And so everyone didn't go to practice, bro. We thought the coach was capping like mandatory, so we didn't go. We all linked up at this kid's house, and we were all consistently. It was like, I remember it was Halo. I think it was Halo 3 too. Like I remember the Xbox and everything. Halo dropped, and we just didn't go. And next thing you know, I was benched so quick on a rival game. I was so hot, and I didn't go back. I was like, nah, football ain't for me.
For Halo,
school's prom and didn't go to my prom.
Halo.
Hey.
I wouldn't expect nothing different from y'all, man. I love it.
They didn't get it. Halo 3 was
Halo just dropped.
Halo just dropped.
Fuck you mean, bro?
Halo, I think was the first game that I played on the Xbox. Because
the only game I played back then.
As it should be. You did it right, E.
Well, it's because my friend had like the original Xbox, and I used to stay at his house a lot.
The big motherfucker.
Big ass brick.
Big ass VCR.
I didn't really play sports when I was younger. When I was really young, like we did the Pee Wee League, the Pee Wee basketball, and but like as I got older, like I wasn't technically allowed to play sports, so I just became more creative. I got into theater and art, and that was me growing up. But like living in Alabama, you kind of had to go for kind of had to watch college football. Because we had 2 big like college teams in that state, so you either had to be an Alabama or an Auburn fan, or you couldn't talk to anybody during the fall. So I became an Auburn fan because I like the underdogs.
Okay, War Eagle.
War Eagle, let's go. But like, so that's really the only sport that I paid attention to when I was younger. And then my parents, my dad's a big sports fan, so he would knock out watching anything and everything sports related. But he was a Indianapolis Colts fan because we got a lot of family from Indiana. Well, both my parents are from Indiana, but my mom is a Dallas Cowboys fan for some reason. Not Blue leaving on his own.
That's even though Blue in Dallas, I doubt that's his team. Like
no.
But yeah, so like I paid attention to the Colts, but I didn't really care for like professional football. But college football was, and I still watch it from time to time. But that was about it. Sports related growing up.
You know what's amazing? Sports wasn't even on my list, but that's just how it goes. Like, just, kind of flowed in. But I do want to go back to something Kage said earlier, how he kind of had his girl in high school made him kind of give him that ultimatum. I had a very similar situation, except I was ready to make the same choice. But Lord of mercy, my mama would not let me skip out on Morehouse College for anything in this world. And it's the best thing she ever did for me in my entire life, because I broke up with that girl maybe a week after my birthday. So, and if I passed up a full ride, no one would have ever let me live it down.
I wouldn't let you live it down. I would never miss you.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I must have been crazy. I must have been nuts. Like, but that enlightenment came over me after like my birthday, and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Never choose.
It just
If you leave and further your future, it's a done for us. What?
I feel like back then though, you're all like you're caught up in the feelings. Like,
high school like emotions and puberty and all that shit.
The first love era. You're like, oh, I gotta be with this person for the rest of my life, and then you're just
out my senior year.
I remember
nobody.
I was the girl I was with too. She was like head volleyball, like going to college. You know what I mean? She was a big deal. So I was like, damn,
I can't lose it, dog.
I can't lose it. You know what I mean? But like breakups back then too. I remember when we broke up. I listened to Houston, Atlanta, Vegas for a month straight.
You would.
I was done, bro.
You would.
You breaking, and I was Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. I'm not. The thing about it is, I'm not even capping. Like, I wish I was exaggerating. I'm not even like for a month straight. That shit was on repeat. I remember playing Fable. I was playing Fable like 2, I think, and just
my breakup. My breakup was the Fray, dog.
The Fray.
Not
where
like
did I go wrong?
Where did I go wrong?
I lost a friend.
That was a banger. The highlight stage. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Oh,
that's so far gone, man.
I'm telling you, bro. I was locked in.
At the right time, bro. Right when
I can hear the beat in my head now. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. To
this song. Look, bro.
It was a mixtape then too. It wasn't even an album then. Nobody even knew.
That whole. I bet you listened to the. What was the other one? Let's Call It Off and
Oh yeah, I remember that too. What was his like first thing? It was Best I Ever Had. I didn't really like that song too much, but that was like his first thing that like was on the radio, huh? Like the Best I Ever Had. I think that was what it was.
Got rich off of me.
Bro, when I found out Drake was making music, the way I called him Jimmy for the good first 5 years of his career, dog.
We all did.
Wheelchair Jimmy? Yeah.
I didn't know he was saying. I thought somebody was being funny because
I didn't know he was Jimmy.
Remember when MySpace let you put music on your page? I remember MySpace I had a song. He had a song called Brand New before it even got on there, and it said Drake. So I never seen his face.
Yeah.
And then I go on YouTube. YouTube I have a random ass picture up, and I listened to his mixtape, Comeback Season.
Yeah.
He had a line that, "Damn, who's Drake? Where Wheelchair Jimmy?" And I was like, "Is he making fun of Jimmy from Degrassi?" I go watch Degrassi, and I hear him rap, and I'm like, "Damn, he sound like Drake."
Facts. I'm dead. hold on though. You touched on the gem too though. Y'all remember those MySpace days?
I was just listening. I was just about to say. I need to
MySpace had us
know.
all coding, and we
was all coding.
Bro, I remember the backgrounds and the music. I had the
top
I had
8
Drake song every time.
I used to change up my type 8 just to be spicy, dog.
Boy, I used
Petty
to start
too, petty.
so much shit with them top 8s, bro.
My cousin got mad at me.
So I see you changed. Yeah, I sure did.
It got to the point where I had a top 2, and I put my little sister on that bitch. Nobody get mad.
It's like, you know what? Fuck everybody else.
Ain't nobody over here.
My older cousin got mad at me because I had my high school girlfriend in the first spot and my brother in the second spot. He was like, your brother's supposed to be in the first spot. That's your family, dog. I'm just like, like my brother not. Never mind. Like,
my MySpace, man.
That's how you knew what chick I was riding was back then. It was my number one. This is instantly, but you gotta swap them out.
You gotta swap them out. Like, look,
you gotta swap them out.
Batteries in the back of the remote.
Comfortable, dog. Gotta keep them on the goals, dog.
Mm-hmm. What
Just for no
songs?
reason too. Just for no reason. Just to be, wait, hold on. I was number one. Like, you good?
What happened? What I do?
Listen.
What songs did y'all have? What songs were on your MySpace page?
I wish I fucking remember.
I wish I
remember. I remember a lot of Drake. A lot of Drake was on my MySpace. I remember that Something. I'm not sure if you even heard of it. I feel like not people.
Would have been something.
Something by Drake, because it was like a banger, but like
Drake.
not everyone knew Drake, like that song, so it was exclusive. You know what I mean? I had to have exclusives. You couldn't have you can have a banger everyone had on MySpace.
True.
You know, you had to have something. I
already know.
Knowing me was probably Rihanna, dog. I'm not gonna lie.
Was she the background too? Like,
maybe the rules on the fly. Kage, that song.
Yo, you know exactly what it is, dude.
Because that's the hit.
Man, yo, it could be something. Yeah, it was a banger,
Bruh, I had my best, like, the music and background combo that got me, like, just everybody talking and commenting on my page. Pretty Ricky had just came out, bruh.
Not the 5 a.m.
No. Y'all
Before
remember that
that.
song Juicy?
Yo, listen.
Bruh. I had the Juicy playing. I had Strawberries as the background, bro. And it was raining text. It was raining like, bruh.
That's what this story is telling me. Blue has always been a player, dog. ain't nobody got Juicy and Strawberries in the background unless they a player.
I was just ahead of the game.
I feel it. I
act on it. Maybe not.
Sorry, see?
But
I had fucking y'all remember T.I.'s group Pimp Squad Click or whatever? PSC, yeah. I had Do Your Thing and them as my background probably most of the time. I don't know why, I just vibed with that song so much, but nobody couldn't tell me shit. My brother used to be like, that's all lame, bro. Like, you need to change your song, bro. I'm like, nah, dog, I'm fucking with it. It is what it is. Even my high school girlfriend at the time, she was like, why do you have that song as your MySpace song? It's so
damn, I missed them days, bro.
It was different. I remember recording.
What was the things where you used to post something and everybody could see it? It was like a forum post type thing, but
the
Zynga?
The chain, was it? Was it
Zynga?
It was like a post. No, it was on MySpace, but it was like a board or something. It was like a board.
The bulletin board.
Oh, the bulletin board?
Bulletin, bro. That's just wild.
Have y'all ever logged into your old MySpace?
I can't get in.
I deleted it years ago.
Talk about it. I can't get in.
I want to.
And I wish I could.
I wish I could. Fake email.
I'm gonna go on the Wayback Machine and just pull that shit up.
The Wayback.
Where'd you
got time machine?
No, it's a website called the Wayback Machine, and you can just go look at old websites from like whatever year.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to try it out, go for it. Like,
I remember, those days were nice.
If you do it now and you find it, pull that shit up. All right, just to kind of keep it on like love, I guess. Like, who were some of y'all first celebrity crushes?
The Pink Power Ranger.
Yeah, she was bad.
Kimberly.
Lisa Turtle.
Let me think.
I had to think of Trini.
Everybody in a different world.
He said everybody. Oh my gosh.
Dang, crushes.
I think my standout one is Christina Milian.
Oh boy.
Pick it up slow. Yo,
That
song will never not pop. That song. Yo, that's one of my hype songs. I have a few hype songs. Is that one Lose Control?
Say
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Every time Erica Alexander popped up on screen, I was like, yeah.
Mine's not.
I love. She just seems so cool all the time. I'm like,
You gotta,
damn.
before I say this too, like obviously I was younger as well, you know,
Boy.
but Selena Gomez, I don't know why.
Sure.
She was on Disney Channel. She did it for me back then. It was
Honestly, her brother on Wizards of Waverly Place. I forgot his name. I had a big crush on him. Because he was also the kid on How I Met Your Mother for the flashback scenes. David Henry, I think his name was. I can't remember, but yeah, I did have a huge crush
for
on
sure.
him.
Selena Gomez did it.
Who else?
I think who else?
Nivea was a big one for me. Kyla Pratt, yeah.
Nope, nobody.
Kyla Pratt for sure.
I think Jessica Alba too.
I mean, Jessica, obviously.
That sounds wild, but I just remember watching Fantastic Four. Remember those horrible movies?
Yo,
She was in it, and I would watch them for her.
Oh, speaking of those movies, Chris Evans.
I ain't mad at that.
Young Chris Evans.
Young Chris Evans.
That scene in Not Another Teen Movie, that's how I knew I was gay, look. When he came out with the whipped cream, I was like, oh shit.
Yo, the fact that I know what you're talking about.
That was him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Why did I just now
put that in his cheeks? I was like, yeah, I can be into that.
Yo, Pickle Rick said one of mine. Maya.
I forgot about Maya.
Oh my god.
Maya's still bad.
Still.
Like she looked better.
She was like a one-hit wonder, but I don't know, not one-hit wonder. But I don't know why she was super bad.
Yeah, she's still bad, dog.
Cassie,
Cassie, the Me and You, that was a banger though. Like Me and You,
Cassie got steamrolled because she fell in love with Diddy. And
yo, that Me and You was revolutionary.
That one, there was another song on her same album, Long Way to Go. Me and You, those were bops. Those were bops.
Damn, I forgot.
What was the other one that was actually a hit?
You too, go away, Kinky dog.
Me too. Damn it, fam.
Mewtwo was dumb thick though. I'm not gonna cap. If you Google it, Mewtwo thick.
Yo,
look at it. Game Boy got
Matter of fact, the next question was, what were the first couple of animated or fictional characters that made you just go like
Kim Possible?
Well, yeah.
Lola.
Dexter's mom. No. I reverse.
Dexter's mom, yeah.
That's why I started liking toxic women.
Yep.
Chico was the first girl to make me go like, am I gay?
Carmen Sandiego
is a baddie.
Carmen Sandiego.
She got that drip too. The hat
drip, the red heels, gold necklace. She had the choker. Come on.
Yo, President Noir said, "Yeah, Jessica Rabbit." I was like, hold on, am I supposed to?
Jessica Rabbit was meant to be that dog. There was no way.
What was the girl from Powerpuff Girls? Not the Powerpuff Girls, but the assistant. The assistant.
Miss Bella was banging.
I've never seen her face, but she was. I never seen her face, but I'm telling you,
Dexter's mom, though.
Ridiculous.
No, Dexter's mom though.
Dexter's mom actually.
Dexter's mom is
different.
It makes no sense why she's so caked up. No business to have a dumpy like that.
No excuse. She had no excuse.
Dumpies in the chat for Dexter's mom. Like honestly, shit.
Oh man, Kinky said fucking Joey Wheeler, dude. Fucking Yoog, your best friend Joey.
Now I'm trying to think anime, and I'm just like,
I can't even think. Well,
bro, I wasn't watching
anime.
Any
you gotta trade one of them.
Any of the sailors.
Any Sailor Moon.
Any of the sailors.
Any of them in Sailor Moon, I was locked, bro. Any of them.
I mean, like, I can respect that because, like, I felt like Sailor Moon, like, they look good,
No cap. If you want to talk about it, I guess it doesn't. I didn't know what anime was back then, but Android 18 from Dragon Ball, probably maybe the way I am now.
Yeah, that tracks. That adds up.
You know what? If we're talking Dragon Ball, like Vegeta could get it, You know,
Not that widow's peak.
That mean.
we all got hair situations from time to time.
The Prince.
Vegeta, a good pick.
That's royalty though.
Team Vegeta.
I feel like
head ass.
That's also true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, those too stupid. Dog. I can't.
in Dragon
I don't
Ball,
fuck with stupid people.
in Dragon Ball, they really sexualized the shit out of Bulma.
They did.
They did, yes.
They
No.
did.
First that Goku up here like this.
But I anime
I
does not care.
I thought
He
that
laid his
was
head back
Cap
on
when
it. I was
saw
like,
that the first time. But
No, Dragon Ball is so like it's so sexual, it's so over the top, and then in Dragon Ball Z they like reel it all the way back, so it could just be like a bunch of sweaty men grabbing
and
each other.
they even had Master Roshi like play a big part in that too.
Yeah.
Master Roshi was catching nosebleeds.
Dragon Ball is for the
he was
straight.
like,
Dragon Ball Z is for the gays, dog.
I'll show you these boobs if you give me the Dragon Ball. Goku said, "Look, I want to see that for." Bruh.
Goku came with the dust. He's like,
bruh, and he woke her up by patting the cat. No, like,
That was wild, man. That's gotta be fake, but he really did. He really did that.
that was different, bro. The whole Dragon Ball as a whole.
I thought it was Cap too, bro. And then I read the manga and I watched. It's like,
Yeah,
this shit.
no, I
really
saw
happened.
the episode. I was like, yeah, that's real. I couldn't believe that shit. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Y'all remember Launch? What was the girl that would sneeze? She would turn into two different people.
Lunch, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Lunch.
Both sides of Launch were kind of bad. I was like, oh,
Both of them.
both of them. I was like,
She's a little, knifey in
Wow.
the shower, but like, she's bad.
pretty sure she is Gemini.
Look, she had to
Oh,
be though.
Yoko.
Lyoko, I forgot about.
Not
It's
Cole
the fact that
Lyoko
Kiki
with the
was watching
foreheads,
it.
dog.
Yeah,
Not the
Kiki was
Kage
watching
head.
that shit.
The Kage head.
Hey, yo! I'm trying to take
Take the hat off, dog. Take the hat off.
Yo,
Prove me wrong.
y'all remember Reboot?
Reboot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know how it's just kind of like commonplace that any like character that's not like of a beige complexion is usually black. So like Piccolo, Skeeter from
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was convinced like everyone from Reboot was just low key black.
They had dreads, didn't it?
I mean,
yeah.
Reboot was different. I was like, yeah, everyone's low key.
yo, it's wild.
Canon black, even though it's not
Oh, the
canon.
stepdaddy.
I know I didn't send you all these questions, but that's definitely on the list of shit to talk about. So let's like anime or like just cartoon characters that weren't black, but we all knew that they were.
Piccolo was
Piccolo
black.
top of the list.
The Namekians were black. All the Namekians.
Whole
were
race.
black people.
The more Elmo starts to
Popo?
talk, I'm starting to think the Elmo black.
Yo, no.
The way those elbows.
Is he wrong? Is he wrong though?
Elmo petty, bro. Like,
Anytime what's her face came in with the Rock.
Hello, Rocco. Hello,
I
Rocco.
thought
I got the auntie mannerisms down, bro.
I thought
It's about he
Brock
gonna
was
get him
black
like this.
too.
Brock.
Yeah.
What is Brock supposed to be?
He's
Is he-
Japanese.
I think
He's
he's black.
Japanese. Right.
They're all Japanese, but he's supposed
tan.
to. He's technically
Severely tan.
he's one of us, you know?
Back,
I mean, there are dark skinned Asians, you know,
Yeah.
and he's
Back
supposed
in
to be a
the-
dark skinned Asian man, but like he's black.
so I've been doing the 28 days thing for a while. I did 28 days of blacks in anime, and I did a day on Brock, and people were in my comments like, Brock's not black. And I was just like,
Yeah,
he black today.
Not today.
Like, get out of my comments.
Brothers and sisters, his daddy down the street. He ain't dead, and their dad just down the street because he didn't want to be there. Like, his daddy literally went to go get milk and never came back. Like,
Well, yeah, that's a good argument. Brock could be mixed. You know, he could have a black dad, and just like a
Yeah.
Japanese mom.
Easily.
For sure. Easy.
Who was some other
Really-
ones?
Didn't really animate his eyes.
Thinking
so that
now.
just- it really just
Yeah.
went lazy on him.
I feel like the only show. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to.
I mean,
think.
Skeeter from Doug comes to mind, but I feel like that was the obvious one.
That was
like,
obvious.
Yeah,
Like even
they
even the
skip for
neighbors were.
sure.
You know
Yeah.
what?
No,
The frogs on Rocco's Modern Life, they're black.
I ain't never thought about that before, but
They gotta be black.
Never.
somebody said Hong Kong food was black.
Fair.
Yeah, I
Fair.
feel like
Still probably is too if you want to
I
think.
feel like-
if you think about it.
Hong Kong Phooey's like Uptown Harlem kind of thing.
you know, I mean, it looked like it. Powerline.
The whole
Shit, the whole
Goofy movie, bro.
you can't tell me they ain't black.
That's the first Disney black movie right there. Like a Goofy movie, bro.
I agree with that for sure.
You know, the Cartoon Network cartoons, Powerpuff Girls. Him is a black drag queen. Also another black drag queen. The show, The Devil from
Cow Chicken. Yes.
Cow Chicken. Also another black drag queen.
Yup.
Gotta be.
It was wild, bro. That was the first show where they ate ass on TV.
True.
Legit. Like,
did y'all ever watch? What was it? Aqua Teen Force or something like that?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Obviously, Shake is black. Shake is black.
Yeah.
No, not Shake. Frylock.
Frylock.
Yeah. Those are dreads. His fries are dreads. They gotta be.
Okay.
He had the goatee and everything.
The people from Unreal Monsters.
From fucking SpongeBob. Sandy's a black squirrel.
Oh, absolutely.
Dog gotta be.
She's straight from Houston.
I know.
Straight up.
I've seen it.
She from Third Ward.
People, I don't know if it's true. I don't know how I feel about it, but I've heard Cell's black too. I don't know if Cell's black, but
Cell got black Air Force energy though. Like pull up, get whooped. I'm gonna sit here and wait for a week, run up, get done up. You won't.
He really did wait too. Huh?
He's also green, and all the green people in Dragon Ball so far
are black.
Yeah, so
do we put? Okay, yeah, he black.
Green is black.
Green is black.
Green is the new
green
black.
equals black.
I think
We did it.
Intentionally designed as black. I think
Yeah.
is.
I always got that feeling too. Like I'm like, something.
Like he has the goatee, and I think the fries itself are supposed to be dreads. So Frylock.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
An obviously black character that no one really talks about. Fucking Grimm from.
Oh, I'm about to say that Grimm. Yeah.
Bill and Mandy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's clearly Jamaican. Very clearly. Oh, my Kage leaving, dog.
Man, so I gotta go.
His camera died.
Roger from American Dad. I've actually been told that I act like Roger, which is upsetting.
I hate that for you, bro.
I hate it for you, but I also don't disagree.
Oh my god, I can't hear or see it.
Fuck that show, bro. You deserve better.
I do deserve better than that.
I hate that Kage had the BRB on this one, but now I want to talk about like the real just soulful like cartoon intros back then, like because my favorite is Darkwing Duck. Like I used to jam that shit like it was a record.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, dog. That was my jam. Chip and Dale.
Them women's on Hercules, bro.
Yeah.
Singing whole movie. I watch Hercules for them, not him.
Honestly,
for the story, just for them.
Just for them.
Bruh, who else had a?
Just the Goof Troop.
Goofy, that Goof Troop was it.
Goofy is another black character, dog.
So the intro had to be.
Exactly. I low key just looked up Wayne Head for some reason. You ever watch the PJs?
The PJs, shit. The PJ intro, PJs,
crazy.
Shit, that intro was fire too.
Why the Wayne Head songs? Wayne Head.
Wayne Head.
No, Disney in the 90s was hiring everybody black to make their theme songs. I swear, like,
shit.
Hey,
not like this.
Yo, speaking of black people not getting paid, so funny story. When Dre came to visit, he wanted to be a tourist one day. So like, I took him to the Coke Museum, and like we were reading this shit on like the panels and shit, and we saw that this World War II black pilot got paid a bottle of Coke for his service in the military, and they put that on a plaque like it was a feat. I said, nah, dog.
Dude, wait. Blue said, I gotta go. He said,
you were like, this is so stupid. I had like a whole section, bro. They're like, yeah, Coca-Cola supports their vets. You know, he was one pilot.
They get that
got paid in Coca-Cola
for risking it all.
I'm upset.
You get some Coke.
Ain't no way, no shot.
You go to the
you ever come to Atlanta, we go into the Coke Museum just to look at that.
Boy,
The museum is okay. That was worth it. Just for the laugh, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Although, you know what it is? They have some pretty cool marketing in there. Just the old school marketing for like the black specific marketing for Coca-Cola, but it's crazy how much money they have. So it's just aggravating off the jump.
True.
I remember at
Pepsi or
one
Coke?
point,
Pepsi or Coke, real quick.
water.
Both. Yes.
Coke.
Coke.
Coke though.
It's Coke for
I'm
me
gonna go Coke.
for a very
I'm gonna go
specific
Coke.
reason.
All right. Cool. Okay, cool. Anyway.
back in my hood rat
Scrappy,
days,
dude.
Scooby was what?
Jack and Cokes were my go-to.
I feel like that was a lot of our go-to for a while.
RC
Bro.
Cola.
RC
Not-
Cola.
Not RC Cola, bro. Come on.
Shasta.
Fuck the bullshit, Mr. Pibb.
Yo, Mr. Pibb is black.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mr. Pibb is black.
Not check.
Dr. Jack. Who that? Who's?
Gotta be the one. Like, he gotta be black. He gotta be black.
Mountain Lightning. Fuck it.
Dr.
God.
Thunder?
Dr. Thunder, bro.
Mouth like here go be nice, bro. I swear.
Fucking superheroes.
That would be nice, drink, because he out here drinking Dasani.
Here we go. Might as well talk about it.
Wait, Dasani is a Coca-Cola product.
It is.
It is.
And they also salt their water, so you're still thirsty after you drink Dasani. Are you thirsty, Kage?
Open
Yeah.
your third eye.
Open your
I've
throat.
never
Maybe just
had
tiny
water
throat
like,
fuck.
oh my gosh. Like, it's crazy how good this is.
Because it's not
Is it?
water.
Oh my god.
He's
You
gonna
ain't
take a
got- you got
he's
way
gonna take
better
a
water
sip
to
of his
drink, bro.
White Claw in the next 2 seconds.
And you drinking
Because now he's thirsty.
silicone water.
It's silicone.
So somebody said that somebody dropped a bunch of quarters in the bottle and let it sit there overnight. Like,
Oh fuck.
I bet there's a warning on the bottle. This may have lead in it.
Like, yo,
Drink at your own risk. He'll probably take you to the beach and find coins in the sand. You drinking that shit, bro.
Yo, go in.
Dasani bottle. The Dasani bottle is the metal detector. Up and down the beat.
oh, hell.
Yo.
Or decide.
When did
Somebody
Sprite? When did Sprite become like the black drink, like the black
Bro, that's
soda?
crazy. Yo, at the moment, like
LeBron James.
Sprite had like LeBron James,
Drake.
Vince
Drake.
Staples.
The band leader from
Sprite
what's that
is
Nick Cannon movie, bro?
Sprite is the McDonald's
Drumline?
Drumline. Oh my god.
soft drinks.
He was the first person.
Sprite's black.
Yo,
McDonald's
wait.
McDonald's
So,
is black too.
Here's the thing. I was at
McDonald's loves black people.
the bowling alley. So I used to work at a bowling alley, and my manager was like, "Yo, check this out." So I comes into the office. No, I told him, I forgot where I found this out, but if you typed in 365black.com, it is the McDonald's African American employee website. I was flabbergasted, bro. 365black.com is a big. Hold on. I swear to God.
365.
Yo, pull
the
it.
blacks.com.
Nah, hold on.
Look where it goes.
Who
Type it
want to
out.
share that? Somebody share their screen.
I got you. Hold on.
Oh, this
That
don't matter.
forensic file song's playing right now.
Hold on. You see this? Hold on. You see this, bro? Look, 365 blacks. Hold on. Blacks.com. Okay.
Ooh.
If I misspell this one, see? It's a McDonald's website.
Oh shit.
365. Look, see?
Wait, I remember this though.
Campaign?
Bro, okay, I
Look at
think they
McDonald's
changed
celebrating
this.
Brett Williams 365 days a year.
McDonald's. Hold
Damn.
on. Black employment website.
Pusha T wrote that? Bug
Okay.
it out.
Push it.
Now it's just black and McDonald. Ew, excuse me.
What in the world?
Hello?
What in the fuck?
Oh, damn, this thing, man.
What in the
Yo, they got a Thurgood Marshall College fund, bro. They have a
That's actually
gospel.
dope.
They have a gospel
McDonald's
concert
loves
series.
black people. I'm telling you, dog.
Somebody play the Mary J.
Listen.
Blige. McChicken.
They have a gospel tour.
Fred, let it-
Gospel tour.
Whoa, a gospel tour?
That's
McDonald's.
Can you be
has
mad
a-
at this?
No,
No,
but like,
it's just
damn.
crazy.
Listen.
I didn't know this existed like that. That's actually dope.
Listen, when the McDonald's commercials started getting real black, like they started being like R&B music videos for McNuggets and shit.
Crispy.
I learned that it was fucking Steve Stout who was behind like all of that. Like he pretty much like was like, y'all need to market to black people. This is how you gonna do it. Tell me it didn't work.
I mean, it did. Half the people I went to high school worked at a McDonald's at some point.
Sprite was probably all him too.
I was also like right up the road from the school, so I mean that's probably the reason.
Yo, Blue was talking about that Burger King commercial with Mary J. Blige, and
I'm in the wrong one. That wasn't McDonald's. That was Burger King.
that was Burger King, yeah, because it was
Burger King like black people too?
Nah.
yeah.
Not
as much. Not
They do,
nearly
but
as
not
much.
Oh, fast food loves black people. It's terrible.
Wendy's?
I mean, black people love fast food, unfortunately, though.
It's mutual.
Remember they was singing about the chicken, bro? It was one McDonald's commercial got me. It got boy. I was like, y'all gotta stop.
Because I mean, you see black motifs in most fast food commercials. I mean, look at fucking Popeyes. They got a black lady as their mascot, basically.
It's only right.
It's only right.
McDonald's is
My
kinda
recipe,
wild,
baby. Can't nobody match.
Yo, I'm gonna go get a refill. Y'all keep it going.
You remember the Travis Scott
my God.
Travis
meal, bro?
Sweetie,
You know, whole meal.
fucking
Yeah, Sweetie.
Megan Thee Stallion got her own sauce
have
now with
meals.
Popeyes. Like they got
Yeah. Megan got a Popeyes deal.
fast food.
Hey, that hot sandwich good now.
I gotta try it.
Let me tell you what made me mad.
They
terrible.
know that their restaurants are in low income places, and they know that that's where a lot of black people are, living, and so they are going to market the black people because the black people live the closest to them.
And then
Right.
they give you they spin it by giving you an opportunity to run your own business and be your own business manager by getting you into the system. And that's how
exactly
365black.com
and that's why McDonald's loves black people because
loves
You
black.
can't even be mad at them, bro.
Our
This thing is
labor-
doing-
Wild.
our
75%
labor is
the right
their
way.
whole workforce. Like I can tell you back home in Alabama, there was not I could name the number of white people I knew that worked at McDonald's. Most of them were black people. Like there was maybe 3 or 4 people that were white. Like they know to market to black people because they know where their spots at. You ain't going to these high income neighborhoods and there's a McDonald's on every corner.
Yeah, totally.
But you go to the low income, you go to the ghetto, and McDonald's every 5 minutes.
They know who got the money. They know who got the buying power. It's us.
The other way
With the
around.
ice cream machine. Yeah, bro. So, can I get some ice cream? Nah, ice cream machine now.
Ice cream shake. That's
To this day.
It never worked.
To this day.
All right, bro.
You can go to McDonald's right now.
A lot of us would. We ain't
Yeah.
had one in 10 years because the ice cream machine ain't work.
It don't work.
Used to love Oreo McFlurry.
Same.
Gotta make
same.
your own now.
We were talking earlier and we were kind of chopping up how some of us don't like seafood. Is there any sort of particularly black food that you're not a fan of?
Watermelon.
Chitlins.
Watermelon. You called me.
Chitlins.
I mean, chitlins.
Wait,
no,
Does anyone like chitlins in here? Like,
Surprise.
I'm like judged at every family gathering because I do
Never
not
had.
eat chitlins. But I'm
Never had it.
that may be a southern thing. I don't know.
it probably is.
Apparently, they got made in the house once, and everyone in my family
No, yeah, they fucking
clowned my
stink.
grandma. They were like, "Don't ever do this again."
Because it makes the house smell like shit.
It make it worse than shit,
want
dog.
worse, yeah.
I'd rather sniff shit than sniff chili.
Not Wallace saying he loved chitlins. Oh my lord.
Wallace loves food.
I
will say,
not really.
I don't-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was gonna say I don't really care for potato salad. To be real with you.
Me neither.
Me don't either.
I don't like potato salad.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Don't really care, dog. It's just man.
Who don't like chicken though? Just
Imagine.
make sure.
I
just want to see.
He said, I just wanted to see.
Social experiment.
I just wanted to see.
Real quick.
Are we gonna have one?
He was going to leave for real if somebody said.
Yeah, I don't eat chicken.
I mean, my cousin hates pizza. Like, won't eat it, and I don't understand why.
That's interesting. Everybody thinks
like the first food that's your favorite. Damn, near when you're a kid. Like, I want pizza, mom, or French fries and chicken nuggets.
Or the dinosaur chicken nuggies, you know.
The nuggies.
Not the nuggies.
The nuggies.
Man, I still eat those to this day.
Yeah,
KC Kids, what this shit used to be called? Quacker Packs. What?
Quacker Packs.
Yeah, the kid
Cuisine.
cuisine. Yeah.
Kid cuisine.
I love grit. Oh, okay.
I never ate
okay.
them though, because they came with mac
Dre, I
and
know where
cheese,
you're going.
A black dish that I do not care for.
You gotta go.
I don't like mac and cheese really either like that.
See, I don't like macaroni, so that's one. And I don't
y'all gotta go.
I don't like cheese like that. So
I'm
You don't like cheese.
I like cheese though. I'm not gonna say I like cheese. I don't like mac and cheese too much. Like
so many people mess it up and it'll make you not like it.
That's also true.
Yeah.
So,
I think mac and cheese, it's because I ate it a lot as a kid that I can't stand it now.
true.
Yeah.
Kinky brought up a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough.
Yep.
How y'all make how do you eat your grits? What do you put in your grits?
Let's not do this today.
Butter, salt, pepper. End of the list. If you put sugar in your grits, I'm leaving.
I was just gonna say, I thought sugar like this.
I knew it.
That's how I prefer them. But I will throw butter in them and salt. You know what I mean? But like preferably, I'm throwing sugar in them.
Salt, cheese, butter.
Everyone leaving because I like. Okay.
Kage, I think it's because you and I are light skinned, bro. I like a little sugar and a little butter in my grits.
Oh, that perfect. That's the perfect.
Dre, I know I know I joked about
It's
it.
just some oatmeal, bro.
Shut up, Blue.
Exactly. Eat some oatmeal, dog.
Oatmeal's not the same. That's not the same texture.
They're fucking different, though.
Wait, grits, dog. What's your problem?
Kiki said ketchup. Wait. Kiki said ketchup.
I can't vibe with you.
People eat ketchup and rice, and that fucks me up.
No,
that fucked me up too.
Well,
you don't like ketchup.
As
you know what? If I had to choose, I'm gonna choose the sugar and the grits over the ketchup and the rice.
Honestly, I also value my life, so I'll do neither. You know?
Yeah, that's not real.
He said that's not real.
I'm supposed to be like yes. I'm gonna be like no. Like
I swear to God, bro, people do it, and I literally can't think of anything more disgusting.
Ketchup and rice kind of a banger.
Ketchup and rice a banger. Hello,
Kiki Saint, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo,
He's gonna be banging later.
Did y'all ever used to go to CC's Pizza?
Oh no!
I used to work there, bro. I used to work there.
Who's CC?
When the
Never heard of
it. So the private school that I went to from preschool to through the 9th grade, every fucking Friday we had CC's Pizza. I will never go to CC's Pizza ever again in my
I worked there. I'm gonna tell you now. Who's still eating this? I can fuck your life up.
Oh no! Hold on, I need to hear this.
Because also CC's was over there making pizzas that didn't need to exist. They had
taco pizza, macaroni and cheese
pizza, macaroni and cheese. I'm just like, you don't need this.
I'm not gonna pick on the brownies.
The brownies, yeah, they deserve slap.
They're sweets. Bruh. They were good. I'll give you that. But the pizza,
I used to watch somebody make sauce in a mop bucket. And I'm like, are y'all designating these buckets? Because how you know you didn't use this bucket earlier to mop the floor versus look, that's when I started.
I knew y'all were dirty. CC's and Subway.
Who is y'all? I watch dishes.
Because before every football game, we had to get Subway. I was the water boy.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I didn't play sports. I wasn't allowed to play sports because with my eye disease, if I get hit in the head a certain way, I would have went blind. So there's like, oh, you can't do contact sports. But I was out there on the field. Like it's gonna be on the field. So I was the water boy. I was the water boy. But like before every football game, we had to have Subway. And so I don't eat a lot of Subway anymore, and I don't eat CC's at all.
These Subways in my
I've
college
never had
campus.
CC's.
You're
Don't
not
get it.
missing much.
I'm-
though.
There's not a
spaghetti?
CC's where I'm from.
I wonder if they were out
Do you
there.
have Little Caesars?
Little Caesars smack though. That's different.
CC's is worse than that, dog. Wait, did you
Well-
say smack?
He
Little
said it's
Caesars
smash.
fire. Hold on, no. Don't do that to
Here we
Little
go.
Now, y'all.
Let me tell you something about Little Caesars. I'm
You know
Little
what?
telling
You
Caesars
drink
smack when you
Dasani.
broke,
That-
you
got
that's
nothing
else to
dog.
get.
the breadsticks, the crazy breadsticks. Oh my god! Don't even start on the
Oh.
deep dish too. They doing something over there. I don't know what
The
they
deep
doing.
dish, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That ain't
You
really
see
deep
the-
dish,
You see
though.
the
It's
new
more of a
Batman?
Detroit
The new
style.
Batman pizza?
Don't talk about that, dog.
No,
I had it,
no,
bro.
no.
The new Batman pizza?
I don't really like the ricotta, whatever that is, and it tastes funny.
Yo. I need somebody to search this Batman pizza, bro.
Exactly.
Little
Caesars
Hold
about
on.
CC.
Hold on.
It's like a calzone, bro. It's a calzone.
Batman.
They call it a calzone because it's
Little
not an
pizza.
actual calzone, and that
Huh.
pisses me off more than the
Little
actual
pizza
pizza
is there
itself,
when I ain't
bro.
got no money.
That's for Gotham. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I hate this man.
No.
Batarang, bro.
Only pizza you should be eating. Only pizza you should be eating that isn't real pizza is fucking Domino's and Pizza.
Stop!
Hut.
You stop! You stop! You stop! You stop
You
right
said
there,
you
bro.
can stop. End of list. Period.
Bro.
the-
We're Gotham, though.
Actually,
No.
there is a. I don't know if it's national, so I don't know if y'all have it. But there is a pizza place in
That's for Gotham.
Alabama, and I think it's
What?
here too in Georgia.
I
It's
pulled it
called
up.
Marco's.
Now you
Marcos
put
is it.
Marco's
top
is
tier.
it.
That
Yo,
hot
Marco,
Marco,
I
Marco?
had Marcos before.
Marcos ain't bad.
Marco's
Marcos
slaps.
is what I eat now because
I haven't had it since I've come to Georgia, but I know back in Alabama, that used to be like the only pizza place I'd get.
I didn't hear about Marcos, so I moved to Oakland, and I was like, "What the fuck is Marcos?" We had some one day, and I was like, "Okay, this ain't bad. It's
good. Domino's used to be trash. They changed their formula up, and I was like, okay, I can.
Yup.
Get this.
True. It
Domino's
used to
is
be
great.
cardboard. It
And they
used to
got
be
mad
cardboard.
affordable."
Domino's
They
is
got-
good.
Pizza Hut changed their formula for the worst. I'm like, what y'all
Yeah.
doing?
Pizza Hut tastes the same way I remember it as a child.
Maybe
Pizza's
because it's
not
maybe because
good.
it's up there.
Low key, I remember.
Maybe, yeah.
So back in my middle school, my cafeteria, like 1 year solid, my cafeteria was being remade like the whole year, and so every single day I ate Pizza Hut. They couldn't cook. They ordered pizza every single day, and I will never have Pizza Hut again. I can't even smell
Damn.
it. Like,
Oh, they had
That's how I
money.
feel about CC's. So you understand.
No,
I would
CC
never eat
smack
that
probably
shit
though.
again.
No,
Let me find out.
CC's
I'm a caller.
CC's
all right.
kind of don't. Like,
I'm
it
gonna
don't.
call her. Who is she? Because I'm gonna find her.
She busted, dog. She busted in the face, dog.
Just in terms of solidarity, none of us can like Papa John's. Just put that
No.
out there.
Racism.
Yeah, sorry.
Nobody.
Eat Papa John's, you're eating oppression. and
Not on this
cheese.
panel.
If you eat
It's just-
Papa John's, I'm
I just
sorry.
think it's funny that he's in like a boardroom, really hesitating to trying to hold his
No, you gotta,
Really?
you gotta try not to say it.
Trying
Just
to
don't
keep
say it,
trying to
dog.
keep my customers, bro. Damn.
Now they got Shaq at the forefront.
Oh,
Yo,
yo, speaking of Shaq,
I'm not gonna say that word while I'm here. Yeah,
apparently they're rebuilding his Krispy Kreme, but right now it's like a food truck.
What's
Wait,
going on?
what?
Shaq has a Krispy Kreme in Atlanta, and it burned down, but
Oh,
they're
damn.
rebuilding it.
Wait.
But right now it's just a food truck, which I
So-
don't know how you can do Krispy Kreme with a food truck because it's supposed to be fresh, but that's fine.
I know which Krispy
But it's
Kreme you're
like-
talking about because that one's been there for years and it got burned down at some point during the pandemic. So you telling me Shaq like is
Yeah, that's Shaq's.
did he always own it? Because it's been there for
I don't
decades.
know if he's always owned it, but he definitely they call it Shaq's Krispy Kreme. I don't know
Is
if
it
he
like different than
bought
other
it.
Krispy Kremes? Like,
It's just a Krispy Kreme. He just owns it.
what is going on?
Not gonna lie, I don't even like Krispy Kreme like
I don't like
that.
Krispy Kremes either.
I
It's too
will
sweet.
eat it if I can't find a like local donut shop.
Mm,
There
local
used to
city.
be-
local.
There was this
You got a
donut
place in
shop
Louisiana.
back home called G&S Donuts, and their blueberry cake donuts used to
Ooh.
make me bust. But like Krispy Kremes is all right, dog.
Ooh, I'm about to bust.
Early,
Oh, I'm about to bust. Oh, I'm about to
Hey,
bust.
Lord have mercy. We
Back-
got a place called Southern Made Donuts in Louisiana. Bruh.
That just sounds
Oh,
good.
so good.
That
They just
sounds-
melt in your mouth like ugh.
In Texas, we go up for Shipley's. So anybody from Texas already know.
Oh, Shipley's dope too.
Yeah, if you get it warm, like early in the morning, my God, that's the best glazed donut you'll ever have.
Y'all ever have 7-Eleven donut? No, I'm sorry.
No.
You laughing?
No. Time out.
You laughing, but it ain't
We
that
don't
bad.
have 7-Elevens in Alabama.
No
And
cap.
I don't know if we
hoes
have
that
them
put in
here
little
in
cups?
Georgia, but I haven't been to one yet.
The raspberry
have them?
ones?
Yeah, no, 7-Eleven low key got like decent food.
Yeah.
Yo,
And
7-Eleven.
QT,
7-Eleven coffee.
QT, bro.
I want to go to QT. I want to go to
QT.
No cap, they're the
We got
donuts
QTs
at
everywhere
7-Eleven
here.
good.
All over, yeah.
All
Who
over.
is she?
QT?
Yeah, who is she? Because
It's gas station, bro.
It's a gas station, but it's like a little convenience store as well. Like they
Wawa
got
too.
everything. You
Wawa
got little
steak.
sandwiches. You got some dogs.
QT and Wawa are basically very similar.
Very similar to Wawa.
I'm from Utah.
Bucky's a little bit more close.
We know. But Bucky's, listen, Bucky's
You just barely
is
got a Raising Cane's though.
just
They
barely.
got a- I'm not surprised that
What
Utah
is barely
got
gotta?
a
We
king.
barely got it.
I
Open. It opened like a
Just
month
bland.
ago. That shit.
Oh,
That shit
okay. I was
jumping
like,
too.
yo,
That
y'all
shit
good up
booming
there?
too. That shit booming too. I never had it,
Cane's
but
is all right.
Is
I had it
bland
when I
as
went
hell,
to.
bruh.
I had it when I went to Vegas, and it was all right. It was
sauce
kinda
saves
good
it.
for me.
The sauce saves it. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, they get the chicken, put some flour on, and put it in the fucking grease. They don't put no salt, no pepper.
None.
Yeah, they don't
None of
season
that.
their chicken, dog.
At
That's
all.
why I think it's mid.
I probably like it then.
Hello.
Oh, this is spicy.
Okay, you're
No,
right.
I'm just like, no.
You get your Popeyes mild, don't you?
Can't have it
No,
too
I get
spicy
it.
with salt and pepper.
Ketchup spicy too.
Ketchup. All right.
Whataburger ketchup, spicy ketchup bit.
Stop talking about ketchup. Stop talking about ketchup.
I don't like
Oh,
ketchup. I hate ketchup, but I would eat Whataburger spicy ketchup.
All right, cool.
Honestly, Dre, if you ever go to Texas, just try it.
Well, look.
See-
I don't like regular ketchup. If you like, you
Not the
make it,
I
you
don't
make it
either.
homemade or some shit. Cool, I'll accept it. But you can't give me no Heinz bottle and be like, "Hey, Dre,
No,
I'll eat that shit so far."
Bro, apparently Whataburger slaps in Texas.
slap.
But like they had a Whataburger pop up in Alabama once.
Pop
and
up?
That shit was disgusting.
Pop
Oh,
up.
it closed down because nobody went there.
I went to
Because it was a
I went
pop
to
up.
Texas
What?
a
No,
month ago.
pop up.
A pop up?
No, it popped up.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's weird.
I was like, what?
I went
That
to,
honey
I
butter
went,
chicken biscuit, bro. Lord Jesus.
It'll change your life.
I went to Texas a month ago and didn't get it.
You
And apparently, I gotta revisit Texas because I didn't do it right.
I told you
I
that.
didn't get Whataburger and I didn't eat like the barbecue, like just home style food.
You
Apparently.
didn't get Whataburger at all?
Bro,
No,
when
but
I went
tell
to
you I was
Texas,
overrated.
what?
In and out.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
that's-
you.
I've never had it, but I
I've never had it.
In and out.
You should try it just to see how overrated it
Overrated it
is.
is.
Yes.
Does that say mayo, the best condiment? Don't at me.
Who said that?
It's February.
Let me turn my camera off. I gotta go. I'm dragging. I gotta get out.
Like, it was Dragon? Like, Lord.
We gotta check Dragon at every step because Dragon sucks the contents out of Hot Pocket.
The way Dragon eats
Huh?
Hot Pockets.
No way.
That's one of my
What?
earliest memories
you
of
had to cool
Dragon.
out
I was
first.
like, that's my wholesome friend.
The
you know?
way Honey just said mayo is spicy too. I gotta go.
Honey, come on.
Honey, you from Texas? Like, what? Like,
She's been Canadianized, dog.
pretty much. I blame Felix.
Dragon,
Ain't no way you're eating mayo with a spoon. I gotta
The
go.
Dragon-
thing with Hot Pockets, bro.
I
It's
can't.
either-
Mayo
takes
is
the Hot
disgusting,
Pockets
dog.
and treats them
it's
like
either
mail
hot
packets.
as hell
I
on the
will
edge,
eat mayo,
cold in
though,
the middle.
but like I won't eat it like by itself.
I don't go out of
but,
my
like,
way.
I fuck with chicken salad, like, and I know that's basically like a mayo dish,
Which is
But,
why
like,
I don't.
The only thing I have mayo
TK
on.
makes some banger chicken salad.
Have you ever had that hot and spicy at McDonald's? It has
That's the
mayo
only
on it.
time I eat mayo.
That's the only time. That's the only time I will say I have mayo.
For some reason, it just
It
go
do
with
hit
it.
different. It do hit
It
different.
go with
I'm on
it.
a cap.
and I do not like mayo.
Can't
They
explain
know what
it.
they're doing. They like black people. So
Hey, well.
Hey, some piece of cheese on that bit, it's over with.
if I get a picture,
That was
of
the cheat
Dragon
code.
Eating a spoonful of mayo, I promise.
They used to have ranch. I used to substitute the mayo for ranch on the hot and spices. Be busting.
Honestly, though, the
Mayo
mayo
on-
hit.
It's not a bad idea.
McDonald's mayo different, huh?
Everything
Like,
McDonald's is
here.
different. McDonald's Sprite is different. McDonald's fries are
McDonald's
different.
Sprite is a fucking acid.
It-
Yeah,
it-
McDonald's Sprite is what you drink if you don't enjoy life, though.
That's pure
That's-
Sprite.
No, Cat Fisher. That's literally like third degree burns.
Bruh, that shit
It'd be
was-
fighting your throat.
Y'all like
That's how you-
How you open the bottle?
Like,
Go,
That's TV static in a
that
cup.
bitch go down your throat.
you like, that's literally McDonald's, right?
They used to say
like
drink
blue cheese?
ginger ale when you sick. Nah, drink some Sprite from McDonald's. It'll bubble
Oh,
your stomach
God.
all the way up.
Do y'all do
It'll
blue
all
cheese? Or ranch?
Yes.
I do
Nope.
blue cheese. I do blue cheese on wings, on the
Of course you
buffalo
do.
wings.
No, ranch.
But time out. It's got to be like a blue cheese dressing, not like straight blue cheese. Like, you know, like some restaurants have like nice blue cheese dressing that's like almost like ranch. It's like pretty much similar.
So
But
you
it can't
like
be
ranch.
straight blue cheese. Yeah,
I just like blue cheese.
I like ranch on everything though.
That's
You gotta go ranch, bro.
I
didn't
tell
when
you.
I didn't
When
start
you
liking
make
blue
espresso
cheese till a
ranch?
few years ago.
like the
Same.
Chipotle ranches, the avocado ranches, the jalapeno ranch. Like when you just
Fries
throw it
and
in there
ranch.
for no reason, ranch be good.
Burgers and ranch,
Ranch does be good.
pizza and ranch.
The
I used to be
boneless
against
wings,
that, but it's
aka
good too.
chicken nuggets.
Yeah, chicken wings
dip
and
those in
ranch.
some ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, ranch really taking over, huh? It's
Yeah.
spicy
And it's
too.
got this
Don't
ghost
talk about
pepper
it
ranch,
on your
bro.
steak, dog.
It's
You
spicy.
said when he's got
Matter
what?
of fact, I still got it. Look, that's how fat I am. Look, they still look.
Hey.
This ghost pepper ranch from Wendy's, bro.
Yo, they don't do that here. Wait a minute.
That shit
They don't do
good,
that
bro.
anywhere
I
anymore,
ain't never
dog.
had that.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro.
I need that. Like,
I want some ghost pepper too. That's crazy.
I like
So,
that
yeah.
spicy shit.
Potato salad sucks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like potato salad though, but like,
of course you do.
Why you
You
sound
like
like
collard
a kid.
greens?
Oh yeah,
Turnip
of course,
greens?
of course.
I don't know,
yeah.
I didn't like him till maybe a few years ago.
Wait, what?
Cornbread. Hot water
Oh, yeah.
cornbread.
Cornbread, absolutely.
Cornbread? Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
What's something else
My,
that's
Cornbread
there?
my
straight.
family actually thinks I like cornbread like a lot more than I do. Like I like
Yo.
cornbread, but they be making me like during like Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit. They be giving me my own pan of cornbread. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have like one slice, dog. What are you fucking doing?
That's the thing.
Like it's a cake, bro.
Yo.
Damn.
That's the thing, though. That's definitely a thing, though, bruh.
But it's like,
Yo,
it's
yo.
like that. My mom and my grandma be just like, the cornbread's over there. I'm like, yo, is anyone else eating this shit? No.
I'm screaming.
Yo, your family will find out you like something, and then they'll never let you live it down. It's like we got you your own pan over there. It's like it's like we made you your own pie this year. I'm like, okay, damn, I can't eat that much, but okay, I'll take it. Like,
thank you, I guess.
thank you.
Leftovers or whatever.
They'll call you like 3 days before. It's like you want this, right? I'm just like, yeah, mom, I guess. Like,
That's how my grandma is too, but she's Mexican, so they be whipping up the different
oh,
Yeah.
Well, I know
what
that-
dishes y'all be having?
everything, bro. Anything you think of. Tamales is like a traditional every time around the holidays. You know what I mean?
I need
Tamales, everything. I like.
Can't even think about it.
Yeah, it's just that's normal. That's so. I guess apparently that's more normal in my environment. If that makes sense. Like that's,
Yeah.
I've heard tamales were very much like a holiday like kind of thing. For
It's
the
almost
most
like
part.
a even making like even the family like lines up. They make them together. It's
That's
like a
dope as hell.
whole thing. Yeah.
I love that.
Nice,
What?
man.
You
What other
like
like?
French steak?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the parties we
Ooh.
have it for sure. That's just normal. You know what I mean?
That is Keisha's favorite cake. Like
It's
she
so
loves that
good.
shit.
It's
It's so
moist.
fucking good. Oh, moist.
Stop, bro.
Moist.
Turn my earphones out.
Speaking of moist, we kind of skipped over this a little bit, but if y'all don't feel comfortable talking about it, it's okay. But what do y'all want to tell? Any first time stories?
No.
No,
First time, like what? Like first time what?
What you think?
First time, like first time.
First time.
First time. My first time and all that. So I'm gonna be quiet.
I assume most of ours weren't.
Mine was with a guy I hated, but slim pickings in Alabama for a gay black man. So, that's all I'll say.
Mine was like Operation, like it was like Mission Impossible. That makes sense. Like it was set up.
You're a
It was
spy?
like no, it felt like it. The way like it was crazy because my parents, no, my mom was out of town, so it was like perfectly set at the right time. I had like my cousin. He's obviously older, like you know what I mean, like big bro technically to me.
Yeah.
So he's like, I got you, and he's like, so it was like Mission Impossible, set up the right time. Everything was like set in order. It was like crazy. Like as far as like when the get down got to get down, and that wasn't the part of the plan. Does that make sense? Like it just wasn't the same as first time.
Yeah.
But
my first couple of times were in the car because I couldn't take her home. Like
backseat, right?
Backseat, yeah. Like
windows up. That's.
I mean, one time we did in the front, but we was feeling adventurous.
Wild?
We was first of all, she was the expert. I was just a humble young Spartan at the time. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I learned. It is demon time with Smiley. You just in time. But one day we did get caught by a cop. He was a rent-a-cop or some shit. He basically called our parents. Her dad stared a fucking hole through my head. Like he wanted to beat my ass, and he probably would have if that cop wasn't there. But yeah, because I couldn't do it at home. I couldn't do it. I lived with my mom, my grandma, my aunt, who was across the hall from me, and I shared a room with my brother. So wasn't no Mission Impossible shit for me. Like that, it was literally impossible. So backseat of the cruiser it was.
I feel you. I feel like
cruiser.
It wasn't the first time, but it was
spacious.
The same person I had my first time with, and we were both, pure. Right, but right. So we were. I literally had a breakup with that girlfriend till this day because we got caught. I remember that shit. We got caught, and her dad was not having it. And she was like, "Yo, no, this is crazy because I guess it goes with this. I think about this all the time." But he was like, "Yo, like, what is going on in here? Like, this is what's going on." Blah blah blah. I thought he was just a friend. Like you're hanging out with this little black boy. Like went off, and bro, I promise, I remember that shit till this day. So it technically was on my first time, but I couldn't be with that girl because XYZ.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that. Like not in a like sexual, but there's like even just friendships, relationships. There are certain people like I could not be around just because of their family.
For sure.
Growing up, and it's a sucky feeling. It really is. But you definitely got to protect yourself first and foremost.
I agree, and I guess essentially, it's automatically if you're where you're from, religion's huge. You guys know I'm from Utah. So if you're not Mormon,
Alabama, I understand.
If you're not Mormon, automatically doesn't matter if you're black, you're not Mormon. Like people just assume. So obviously, you know what I mean. Like
I'm people.
He was like,
I'm people. I assume.
Black. I mean, this man's not Mormon and he's black. Like, nah, there ain't no way.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, 2 strikes.
Like there's plenty. I remember going over to people's houses when I was a little kid, and they're like, "Wait, he's not Mormon." Like, I can't. I had to break up with friends, like not even like girls, like dudes, like break up because I wasn't Mormon. That's more religionist, but I mean, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Naturally.
No.
I feel like it's easier to be like he's not Mormon versus he's black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Religion, it's easier to say because vice versa. But yeah, so naturally, a lot of friendships and stuff like that.
I had to deal with a little bit of that because I had friends who were either like Jehovah's Witnesses or they were Catholic, and they were also racist on top of that. So it was just like, it's like, damn, I can't even like play Sega with my boy. Like, damn, okay.
Bro, you're black.
Mom had to explain to me. I'm like, well.
Well, I mean, like, the shit is like, and sometimes you don't notice the shit until you're older. Like, the shit that you've gone through. But like, I definitely know that I had a good friend when I was younger, and we were like close at school, but like I could not go over their house, and I didn't realize why until I was older, and I started to see how his family was, and I was like, oh,
I'm kind of talking about just like when I guess it goes back to what you were saying, like you don't recognize till you're older. So one time, I started a new gig right out of high school. That's sorry off topic, but it just reminded me. right out of high school, right? And what I was doing, I was selling alarm systems. So when you sell alarm systems, you join up a company, they take you across the country or vice versa. And I was in like Alabama. I remember that shit. I remember I was in Alabama.
I'm so sorry.
Out. No cap. So naive. Right. I don't even think I was finished with high school yet. Like it was getting close. It was like a weekend. They took me out. We drove 36 hours in a van, like crazy long. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't even good. So we drove out. I'm knocking on doors in a neighborhood. Didn't even notice. You know what I mean? Because young and naive.
Yeah.
Knocking on doors, doing my thing. Now I think back, like you look at the town, it's just kind of like whatever.
The sun was out, right?
Sun was out. Yeah, sun was out. So it's crazy. So
good question.
I'm doing my thing, and then a cop pulls up and was like, "Hey, like, are you good? Like, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just selling alarm systems, blah blah blah." Getting the whole spiel, and he's like, "You should come with me." And I was like, "Bro, like, I've never been in trouble in my life. What do you mean I should come with you?" And he's like, "No, just come with me. Like, don't worry, you're not in trouble. Like, where are you staying? I'll drop you off." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what's going on?" And then so I get in the car, I'm chilling, like I'm over here, like in the back of a cop car, like taking pictures with my friends, like you know what I mean, like I'm in a cop car, like no idea, like naive. And he was like, I'm like, so like, what did I do like wrong? Like, did I not celebrate? He's like, no, like you just shouldn't be around here. Yeah. And I'm like, what do you mean I shouldn't be around? He's like, no, you just like shouldn't be around here, bro. And young and dumb me, I never understood. I didn't get it. Literally drove me back, did my thing. I never got it. I never got it. And the next thing you know, like I still never got it. Probably like months later, it dawned on me, I was like, yo, was he saying like I'm black in a wrong neighborhood?
Yes.
Like now I look back at it.
He saved your life.
Yeah, there's a church on the hill. Like I look back now, like thinking the scenery, I'm like, yo, like maybe I really was doing some like remember knocking on the doors, talking to people, and like they were just so like bro, like short with me, like don't even happen to open the door. They're like, what are you doing here, bro? Wow. And so I look back at that, I'm just like young and naive, like thinking about it. But now, like, if I was older, I would be like, okay, yeah, like, makes sense. But I remember that, like, I just had no idea.
Because there was a very vivid memory, and like it's one of the memories that sticks out now that I'm older and I understand what was happening in the moment. But like when I was younger, I didn't even think anything of it. My brother was in like he was the sports kid in our family. So we used to have to go to away games. We went to this one school in particular, and like there was some fights, some shouting during the sporting event. And I didn't care. I was young. Like I didn't know what they were fighting about. So like when we were getting ready to leave, you know, the game's over, we're time to go the fuck home. They rounded us up like cattle, like the black people, and they were like, we have to leave, and like everyone who's white is on the outside, all the black people are inside of this circle as we're leaving this gym. And like I was just like, what the fuck is happening? This is a strange way to walk. Like I didn't notice it. Like I didn't realize until I was earlier, like they were basically just yelling racial slurs throughout the whole basketball game. And I was just like, I was oblivious. So like
he's like, I'm just here to have a good time.
How recent it is, like this shit ain't changed.
At all.
Like we went to, I think it was maybe a year or two after I graduated from Morehouse. It was here in Atlanta. Two of my friends, one was DJing, one was like the photographer for this like sorority like crossing party or whatever at Emory. But it was at this bar called Maggie's. I'll never forget. We get there. First of all, we get mad funny looks. Keisha was with me, was with us at the time. It was like me and two of my other boys and like Keisha. And we walk up and they're looking at us funny. And then like my boy who was, you know, he got us in, we got to skip the line. And we walking past people, I'm hearing slurs. I'm like, why the fuck are they here? Who the fuck are they? That type of thing. It was real subtle shit. And then we inside, we kicking it with, you know, the DJ who's our homie. And at one point, one of my groomsmen right now, he was talking to some girl who, you know, went to Emory. They was vibing or whatever. I'm watching the whole thing. Her friend literally comes over, snatches her away. It's like, no, don't talk to him. Don't talk to anybody like him. And I'm sitting there like, bitch, what the fuck? Drags her away. I look at my boy Ross. He's heated because he watched the whole thing happen, and he from Detroit. He don't play that shit. So he was just like, he was steaming. I was like, yo, Ross, chill, because we outnumbered. But like, it still happens to this day. Like,
I see some stuff too, but like racism everywhere. It's a different type of racism. Like
yeah,
the South is different, but
Yeah.
I feel like in other places it's like some folks have subtle racism. Like they don't say it to your face.
Yeah, just the
Shady.
I agree. At one
Dre.
thousand percent. I would
In
say.
the South, at least I know.
just the microaggressions.
Yeah, it's
because people will be
everywhere.
like, I can't move to the South. It's racism. I'm like, okay, at least they.
I know.
You know.
I'ma know.
Yeah,
Like,
they-
you see it-
don't
you see it
know
coming.
somebody's racist in the South. Like they are not subtle at all.
Yeah, 1000% agree. I feel like where I'm from, it's very, I guess, yeah, like you're saying, it's subtle. It's almost judgmental. It's a judgmental racism. It's like a, you know what I mean? Versus like, yeah, in the South, they'll straight up let you know. Like,
Mhm.
so,
At least you know where to go and where you not to go. But
Yeah.
They'll be bold sometimes because shit during like the Obama election, like election day, they was riding around our campus, like trying to scare us and stuff. I was like, man, I voted 2 weeks ago. What you scaring me from? I'm trying to go to class.
bro,
Like, ain't nobody scared of y'all in y'all little ugly ass truck.
that changed a lot for me because I growing up, I was always, our school was always kind of like half and half or more. You know, it was less black folks, so had all these friends graduated from high school. You know, white, black. It was cool. It was like everything was good. But the minute Obama got elected, I get on Facebook, bro, and I'm like, shit, that's you.
Twitter fingers were
That's you.
aggressive, dog. Or
You
Facebook
learned a
fingers.
lot. You learned a lot about people.
That's
This
how I
whole
learned about the
time?
block button, dog.
Mhm. The
Like,
the
folks know
unfriend.
their ass, bro. And then 2016 hit,
Don't even.
boy.
It was our
Really
turn at
showing
that
their
point.
ass.
So, living in suburban Long Island, I was one of few. But I remember I was over a friend's house, and like, you know, like I like to say that like Long Island's a microcosm of the United States to a degree, just because there's a lot of communities all kind of compacted in Long Island as a whole.
I heard that.
But I'm chilling at my friend's house one day. It was a white person, and another one of his friends is at the house, and it's just like a Confederate flag chilling on the basketball hoop, and I was like, "Yo!" So I'm like sitting there. I'm just like,
You know what
"All
I'm saying?
right, cool." And I'm not an aggressor. And I'm not a fighter, for lack of a better term. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, no, like the person who hung this up does not see the issue, and that was threw me for a loop. I was like, "Oh, all right, cool. This is," and that's why I was like, "All right, this is how it is." Like that's how it makes sense on that
Yeah.
level.
for sure.
And you know what's funny? I took a picture with someone in that with the flag behind them, and a couple years later, after college, I noticed on Facebook he untagged himself. He's like, "Dog, I'm not trying to be connected with that." Like, you know, I like. Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, like I know that
Help me
person,
out.
and they're whatever, but like that's not what I'm about." And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Good for you. it's still for me. I look at it when I go back through my pictures on Facebook, and I'm like, huh.
Like,
All right, cool. Yeah. All right, cool.
Like, you know what that is?
Because I had a friend, like the Confederate flag is very
Yeah.
very everywhere in Alabama. I haven't seen it much since I moved, but in Alabama it was everywhere. And I had a friend, I'll never forget. One night I was going to hang out with my friends, and like I'm in the car, like driving. I'm like, okay, where y'all at? And like he didn't respond, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? I'm in my car driving. Like I know what neighborhood they were in because they were in another one of our friends' neighborhoods. They were just at his like grandfather's house. But like no one would tell me the grandfather's address after they knew I was on the way. And it's because they didn't know what was going on at the grandfather's house until after I had said, yo, I'm on the way. And like, so I get like, after trying to like reach them and like figure out, like I was like, drop a pin. I don't know what the fuck we're doing here. But like at this point I'm pissed off. So I drive home. And like later that night he's like, sorry man, they had like Confederate fag and bull crap like hung up in their house, and like I didn't want you to feel some type of way when you walked in there. And I was like, yo, you could have just let me know.
Or just text.
Like I would have been like at the house the whole time. But, like it's weird to me how sometimes like people know like in advance that you'll probably be offended. Like they're still gonna go do the thing. Like I ain't gonna go do your thing. I ain't gonna fault you. But like just like don't be weird about it. Like
they don't know how to.
They don't know how to act. It's fine. They don't know what the proper like. Yo, are you gonna be cool with this thing is? But like, well, don't have me at my house driving around aimlessly.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
Now, I like how we kind of like naturally kind of just got serious but funny about that issue for a moment, but. I'm glad y'all shared all that because it's good to know how everybody in different regions were kind of affected by racism and kind of like a looking back on it like damn like kind of way. So I appreciate y'all for sharing all of that. But we got a couple minutes left. I do want to kind of move it towards our favorite thing. I mean, the reason most of us are on Twitch, which is gaming, tech, internet type stuff. So I want to ask like, what game did you play or what franchise did you play that really kind of cemented like, yeah, I'm gonna be playing video games till I fucking die. Like I'm gonna be a gamer forever. Ocarina of Time.
My Ocarina of Time or Sonic Adventures 2. Both of those games I played religiously.
Love Sonic
one
Adventures
game.
2. It could be a franchise. It could be a couple. Like Blue, I know you got a ton.
A certain time frame, like these games right here just pretty much define me as a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
And he said one, Ocarina of Time, but then
for sure
when I got my GameCube, the GameCube era kind of changed me because that's when I started playing different types of games. And Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, like as a black man, you never saw us playing it or talking about it. But it was my getaway. So for years, I would play that and be like just loving that. And then when I came to Twitch, it was dope to see so many people that liked that game. And but besides those two, Tales of Symphonia, like bruh, that game, we were just talking about racism and stuff, but that game hit so much on discrimination, racism, all of that stuff, bro. It hit me different. Like, damn, this is some good storytelling. And then that whole era of game is like, damn, there's so much that I can see in video games. I can see myself in it. I can live this other life when things are going bad in real life. I can kick it with my favorite franchise. Like it's like those look GameCube era, man.
That era was, I feel like that era was it for like a lot of us because we were still like, we were growing up, we were kind of like in adolescence at that point. So it was just like this whole I can name maybe 10 games that did it for me. One of them I don't even have to say. I'm not even gonna say it.
Halo.
I mean, obviously, but like there was other games like Sonic Adventure 2, like Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 10, the Dreamcast alone,
Crazy Taxi though.
Crazy Taxi,
arcade port machine.
Oh my.
But somebody mentioned in chat earlier on the original Xbox, there's this game called Fusion Frenzy.
Yes.
I used to love that game.
Bruh.
That was dope.
But yeah, I like you said, Blue. There are games that like take you out of the escapism is real.
Yeah. Final Fantasy was that for me. Like
I think
that's 6, man.
I think Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, best game of all time. But I think that game made me realize that I like RPGs, right? I think that game, Tales of Symphonia and Final Fantasy X, were the games where like I enjoy RPGs. This is the thing I can do. I think understanding that they were fighting conventions made me realize that it was bigger than just cats in their basement just dicking around. Like the fact that my boy moved to Maryland a while ago, but the fact that he would tell me he would go to like conventions or he would go to like these events at hotels and people would pack them out. I was like, all right, there's something, and that's kind of like my introduction to esports, right? Because you've got people organizing the tournaments, you've got commentators, you've got professional players talking with each other online over the internet, whatever.
The FGC.
I think like those big three things made me realize like, oh, this has longevity past just like me trying to escape whatever it is and have fun.
Yeah, like this isn't something that is just for kids. Like this is something you can do into adulthood, and it's perfectly fine. Like
I'm so glad that stigma is being erased quickly.
So glad.
I never understood that was a stigma, and that's I got an interesting relationship with my parents, but that's one thing that my dad did teach me growing up is that you can game at any age, because most of the games that I started off with were me playing games with my dad. You know, we used to play Super Mario World 3, Mario Tennis, Mario Kart. My love for Mario Kart comes from me racing with my dad and destroying him. And
like they're the ones that introduced us to it.
Yeah. I mean, fighting games. I got a love for fighting games, and that's because my dad used to let me just like beat them up for hours.
Yeah. So somebody was buying us the games, so it's like, and sometimes they would play with my older cousins would play like NES games with me and stuff, and like Super Nintendo games. It's their fault.
My grandparents were the one that had the NES and the Super Nintendo. That's how I even knew what game it was. My grandparents.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
my nana,
too young.
My nana had
in the same breath
old school Asteroids. Like it's the only game that was in there, bro. Every time we used to go to her house, that's all I would do for hours. Oh,
my mama beast on Pac-Man though, like still to this day. Galaga.
Is that
a old school shit?
Is that a black mom thing? Because my mom also Miss Pac-Man was her shit.
My mom loves Dr. Mario.
Years, but then she
Dr. Mario,
man. Killing, bro. I'm like,
I don't understand where my mom learned to love Dr. Mario, but my mom loves Dr. Mario.
That's interesting.
I would say mine's pretty similar to E's. My dad pretty much loved everything, you know what I mean, when it comes to games. And I remember like watching him play like Metal Gear or like, you know what I mean, like Final Fantasy. I was watching those games. I wasn't really old enough to play, but I remember watching like full playthroughs of Metal Gear. Like, and I was like, I loved it. You know,
that's dope.
And like I remember that like that's really what put me on. And I would say I think like the PS2 was like my first console I've had myself. And it sounds super cheesy. You already know I love Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter, the first one, came out on PS2, and I had for the first time I put in 600. It was like I remember like checking it. This wasn't even. I remember like checking it. It was like 600 hours, but then I put like another like 600 more. I had that was the first game I had like 1,000 hours on a game, and I remember like you played online, but you couldn't talk. Like you couldn't talk with anyone. Now, so I was like hanging out with my friends, chatting. Like on a keyboard, I plugged the keyboard in my PS2 and was literally typing out to my friends. Like,
I had to do that for Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah.
Ironically, my first Monster Hunter was on the Wii. I don't know if anybody remember Monster Hunter Try.
I remember that game.
My first Monster Hunter was Switch, the one that came out recently.
I had the
PS2. The underwater fights.
Yeah, I remember the underwater fights. That was the third one, and then the PSP is when they even brought it to the PSP, the next generations, and it was
Handheld Monster Hunter was a different beast, man.
I bought Final Fantasy 11 thinking that it was just another game. The way I've never been more upset with myself as a child, bro. I had to buy the extension on the back so you could get the online play. You had to have an account with. I was like, what the fuck?
That account setup was some bullshit. It took me a whole day just to do that. I was so mad. My boy was online waiting for me because he was playing on PC for like 6 months before me. And so I'm just like, yeah, it's not gonna happen tonight, dog. Like I can't even get this shit right. My mom didn't even know I was using her card.
Oh my god!
Y'all brave.
I was brave as fuck.
About it, I would got slapped.
Bruh. I got yelled at, but it was fine.
So upset, man.
It's funny because like RPGs got submitted for me too because of Super Mario RPG and Final Fantasy X. But what really did it was 11. I put in mad hours into that game. Just me and my boy. I would go to his house. We stay up for like 24 hours just playing Final Fantasy 11, partying up with random people online. Of course, wasn't no voice chat, so we sitting there talking to people. They had this tool where you could talk to people from other regions because after like 2 a.m. only people on were like Japanese players, but you could still communicate with them and be like, I'm using my ult, let's rest for a bit. It was it was kind of a revolutionary game, but that's really what cemented RPGs for me. Also, Pokemon.
But yeah, Pokemon. A lot of people.
Pokemon, yeah.
The funniest thing is Pokemon might be a lot of people's first RPG and don't even consider it an RPG.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
But it's a textbook RPG.
Textbook.
Fantasy Star Online, dude.
Mm.
Fantasy Star Online 1 and 2. Held me in. There was me, my neighbor, and my boy who moved to Maryland. Bro, that held our friendship down for years, bro. What a game.
I remember that, and then I remember Halo. I know Spartan, I know it's your thing, but I remember back in the day, like bringing Xboxes to my friend's house. Remember you bring the whole there was a line, you had to bring the Xbox, and you had like a 50-foot like LAN cord.
Yes. Oh my god.
Like we in here, we're running customs. Like you know what I mean? On the first one, that big old LAN cord running across the whole house.
The console, the console, I forgot what the term was, but like connecting consoles to play with 16 people, that was like, it was LAN, but like they had a different name for it. Something like that. But like that was a game changer. Like that was pretty much like the precursor to like online gaming, like with FPSs and stuff like that. Because once Halo 2 came out and it was on Xbox Live, it was over for me at that point. It was over for me at that point. I want nothing else. I think I stopped playing other games for a long time.
No, Halo for sure. For the longest time, I had me in a headlock for sure.
Man, that kind of still does.
Yeah, Halo's still good.
Halo cool, but RPGs had me in the headlock. I needed that story.
Same.
I needed the hours and hours of content.
But I remember that time though, that time frame, like story games were it. RPGs were it.
Yeah.
Like they weren't, you know what I mean?
Some of the best games of all time came out during that time. Like I said, the Metal Gear Solids.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Snake Eater.
Snake Eater was good. Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
Final Fantasy was huge.
The Resident Evils
was revolutionary. Resident Evils was. I remember when Resident Evil hit GameCube.
That was 4. That was 4.
4 was so good.
4 is still the best one in my opinion.
Yeah,
same.
That was different. Yeah, I remember that was the game to play.
BioShock. Vigo said BioShock.
BioShock was good. A lot of fighters.
Fallouts.
A lot of fighters back then. Like fighters were it.
Shit, I was
Marvel versus games, or the Capcom versus
Marvel
vs. Capcom. Budokai.
I just bought a GameCube copy of Capcom versus SNK ESO, bro.
Ooh,
bro. I love those games, bro.
Best
I playing the hell out that shit.
The second one is so good, bro. Oh
I can't believe
that. Was it X-Men versus Street Fighter?
Yep.
Marvel versus Capcom. Marvel versus Capcom 2. Capcom versus SNK.
Hey.
SNK.
Fighters.
Tatsunoko. Like a lot of folks sleep on that one, bro. That one was dope.
Capcom was holding it for a very long time.
It was like another one too. Like y'all remember? I think it was called like Bloody Roar, but it was like
Bloody Roar.
Yo, you remember that shit?
Dog. Bloody
Dragon say Budokai. Look, Tenkaichi.
Budokai, of course.
Tenkaichi,
I love the first 3. I think Budokai 3 is my favorite, and then Tenkaichi came out cool, but it wasn't no 3 for me.
Yeah, it wasn't Budokai. Yeah,
I remember with each of those games, I was just like, add more characters. I just want more characters. Like, put 100 characters in this fucking game.
It was one that had like 140, wasn't it?
Yeah. Everybody. You could play as like side characters you even know about, like Android like 8 or some shit from Dragon Ball. I was like
Android 13, yeah.
I think that's why I kind of anime fighting games now, because when I say Dragon Ball Z was putting out a game every 2 months.
They were.
You skinning the one that just did, like
series have been over. Like series has been over at that point. And they was just like, you know what? We need more games.
I had GameCube. Did y'all remember the Naruto Clash of Ninjas and the Naruto
Ninja Storm? Ninja Storm.
No, that was one. It was one. There was another one. I know what you're talking about. I forgot the name of it too.
It was Ultimate Ninja series, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god! Somebody said GTA earlier.
You remember Def Jam?
Vendetta?
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, those are games that are fire.
The music, the characters.
What you get now, bro?
What was the boxing game? Ready to Rumble?
Ready to Rumble. Oh my god!
Big game for me on the GameCube. Oh, not Sonic Riders. Yo. Put that away, bro. Y'all remember Custom Robo?
Yeah.
Custom Robo, one of my favorite games of all time. That's back there too, bro.
There was a lot of GameCube
I want to
bangers.
That would be so good in today's time, bro. Custom Robo.
Power Stone 2 needs a reboot too.
Power Stone 2 desperately needs a reboot. My boy brought that shit over when we was in high school. I don't even know how we got a copy.
Power Stone, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that Rival Schools too. I lost my friend's copy of Rival Schools, and I won't live myself. I can't let myself forget it because that shit. Like, if you go on eBay, that shit sells.
Man, I really do want another custom Robo. At least like let us play it now because it had the 4-player arena type. You can customize your rope. Like, bro, it was ahead of its time. That was a game ahead of its time.
It really was.
Great.
Somebody earlier said Grand Theft Auto, and all I can think about is Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Just what a fucking
the herbs.
herbs.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right, man.
I played it a couple months ago. Like,
I have a copy.
The Sims, cultural appropriation. That's what
And
I love
it. The herbs was wild, bro. Like, I would watch my sister play this, and I was like, "Nah, this is not it."
It's like something ain't right.
the herbs.
Bust. Oh, Black Eyed Peas, man. I hate
Fuck the Black Eyed Peas.
Hey,
Oh, he's back.
Oh, my bad.
Not the Black Eyed.
Thank you.
We can't do that with E.
You don't like the Black Eyed Peas? I mean, I don't either, but damn.
I have a very specific reason for not liking the Black Eyed Peas, and that's all I'll say.
Does anyone actually like them?
I don't think I've ever liked the Black Eyed Peas. Like
the first 2 albums from the Black Eyed Peas, mint. As soon as Fergie came in, of course, turns into pop, and then Will I Am got a big head. So whatever. Yeah, Fergie just did her thing.
For the herbs, I was
Fergie did Fergie.
Whoa.
No, she was hitting that though.
I said
RPG.
Yo.
Yep.
3?
You know what? RPG
Persona
changed
3.
my life, but like it's not a great, like, at least like thinking back on it, I don't think it was a great game, but it was called Enchanted Arms.
You told me about, you was talking about this on stream one day.
Yeah. Like, no one remembers this game, but like I thoroughly remember just like zoning out on a day or two, just playing the hell out of this game because I rented it from Blockbuster.
RP Blockbuster. Oh shit!
Hey,
you got that copy.
Sold my GameCube stuff, bro. I would be so hurt right now. The only game I sold was Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and I'm still
wow.
Damn.
I know how much that cost, bro.
Oh, Enchanted. Oh, this game. I remember seeing this cover all over the place.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
What is it? Enchanted what?
Enchanted
Arms.
It should look like Soul Calibur, bro.
He had an enchanted arm, so that's where it gets its title.
This thing.
They pull it up.
Who that?
You love that dragon. This is why we're besties, honestly.
I remember Devil May Cry.
Oh,
PS2 was just different. It was different.
That whole era,
bro. Like
that whole era.
Game Boy Advance and the DS during that time, bro.
Shit, even on PC. Even on PC. PC games were a hit. Like, this is when Blizzard was like the end all be all for PC gaming. I know. It hurts. It's sad to say. I know. It's sad to say and it hurts, but Warcraft 3 was my shit. StarCraft was amazing. Diablo 2. That Quake, Doom, Unreal Tournament. I used to fuck up people at Unreal Tournament.
Unreal Tournament.
I used to fuck people. 2000 specifically 2004. I used to fuck people up.
Tournament. I played the most recent Unreal Tournament that they made. I think it was the last one that they did. I picked up. And I was like, damn, I'm kind of missing out.
I gotta disagree. Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, but Sonic Advance was, to me, the last great Sonic.
Yo, that's really accurate. That's really accurate.
Mania and
really accurate.
Mania
Generations and stuff.
Yeah, before
because Sonic Advance, bro. Sonic Advance was dope.
Sonic Advance just felt good to play.
Sonic Battle.
Yo,
like, it was cool. It was bad.
Sonic 06.
Yo, goodbye.
Who that?
For sure.
Who that?
Goodbye.
I think for sure it goes PS2 game. I don't know. GameCube was wild too.
Yo,
this is what I like about each thing.
Yo,
Xbox
Double
brought
Dash?
the online.
Double Dash was one of my favorite Mario Karts.
Honestly,
Game changer.
Beautiful Joe. Y'all ever play Beautiful Joe?
Yeah.
bro.
Beautiful Joe is one of those games that
Capcom
I wish I had played. I always wanted to play that game, but I
It
never
is
got
so
around
good. They can
to it.
remake it. I'd still like.
They
I'd
could. I
cop it
want
right
them
now.
to.
If you still
'cause I
have a
want to play
GameCube,
it.
Beautiful Joe don't cost too much to get.
I remember
It's on PS2 too.
Soul Calibur too. I'm not sure if you played the fighting game. Soul Calibur had the
Oh.
link
original,
version
bro.
in.
Yo, that was the Soul
Soul
Calibur.
Calibur was my shit. Yo, Dre wouldn't play Soul Calibur with me when he came over, and it made me upset. 'Cause he beat me up. He beat me up on Tekken. He learned my moves because I used Eddie on him, and I beat him a few times. Then he learned my moves, but he wouldn't play Tekken with me. I mean, Soul Calibur. Taki and Killy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think that Smash too.
Smash
was
Melee.
probably
Smash
one of the
Melee.
best Smash to me.
Look,
Easy.
to this day, like Wind Waker is still my favorite Zelda.
Yeah, it's a good
Wind
game.
Waker
Waker
just
was
did
a
things different.
I love Wind Waker.
Remember they did the first person Metroid too? I remember those.
Prime.
Metroid Prime?
That's behind me
Oh.
too. Like, look, Metroid
Metroid
Prime was
Prime.
built different, bro.
They did.
Like I'm
I
saying,
never
like
played
Xbox thing.
a Metroid game.
Oh,
That's another.
man.
I
Play
used
Prime,
to watch my
dude.
dad and my brother play Metroid a lot.
Metroid
And I
Prime
never got into it.
It's wild. It's wild we brought up Melee, and the person just rated me. Who used to work with me. We used to play Smash Bros all the time. We would play Smash 4, and we had a different that played Melee. That's where I learned to play Melee correctly. Like, because before I was just doing typical Smash Bros shit, but that's where I learned how to play like professional.
You gotta, yeah, bro.
No,
When
he
you
used to be a Smash streamer, Dre, never a doubt.
I streamed the game like 3 times, and I think
I'm in the tournament
you
this
played
weekend.
Bro,
Oh yeah, I saw
bless you.
that.
I'm in the
Bless
Smash
you, bro.
tournament. I ain't played Smash in 2 weeks. I was gonna play
Bless
tonight.
you,
It was like
dog.
2 weeks. Try
Yeah,
to
That
far
game
I
is
can
so sweaty, bro.
Hi,
Makes me
hi,
want
I'm
to throw my
playing against
system.
your Fox
2 weeks and not
KDHC.
playing in a jumping a tournament. That ain't smart.
I used to go to majors out when I lived in Oakland. I went to Genesis a couple of times and played Smash 4. I did terribly, but it was a fun experience.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about that game. God damn, y'all throw it back.
I told you, rare carried the N64, bro.
Yo, Banjo Kazooie might be one of the best games I've ever played.
Banjo-Kazooie.
It is.
You can now.
I can. It's on the Switch. I haven't
Y'all
fired
remember-
it up yet.
Time splitters.
Yo,
I remember hearing about it.
one of my
What up?
one of my friends tried to argue with me that Time Splitters was better than Halo, and we would get into it.
Ooh.
And when Halo 2 and 3 came out, I was like, so where's Time Splitters at, bro? How they doing?
That's a really good
That's a
point.
legit
That's a
argument,
good
but at the
point,
time,
yeah.
Time Splitters 2.
It was fun. I ain't gonna lie.
2 was a
Was the
banger.
one.
I remember, but I think I ever like got into.
Hold on. Time. I got it. Time Splitters 2 though. I just need gameplay. Come on.
Oh shit!
Come on.
Memories
I
unlocked.
never played this.
Yeah, I remember
This-
it, but like, nah.
Mm-mm.
This also looks like
I
that
don't
other
know her.
game.
She don't go here.
Man, this is IGN.
I missed this time, bro. Gaming was so.
It was just simple.
It was more creative.
Yeah.
It was everybody was doing their thing. Xbox introduced the online. GameCube just kept making.
This looks like Halo.
Just
Like, if
kept
somebody
making
played-
games.
If someone showed me this clip, I said, "Oh, Halo."
Don't disrespect Halo. Like,
Wow, I'm
Ooh,
offended.
not this part. Are they in a wagon? Hello.
Wagon, Hey, y'all remember SOCOM?
I take it back.
SOCOM. SOCOM was one of the first. Bro, get out of my head.
SOCOM was crazy, bro.
That was
You know my
that
first online game, Neopets. Can we talk?
Neopets.
SOCOM was wild.
I think
bro.
SOCOM and
Well, I didn't
MechaSoft.
mean that they did it first. I mean, like that was the highlight of the era. Is Xbox Online,
Yeah,
PS2's massive library and anime games, and Grand Theft Auto and GameCube had that originality. Like
everything was just so
Xbox Live changed the
different.
game. I know
Yeah.
Dreamcast had it first. I had the Dream.
GameCube,
back
like
there, shit.
GameCube had a lot going for it. It had the
It
like
did.
the little like
Bob.
It just looked
expansion
different.
pack you could
People
put
was
on
like, I don't want it.
the bottom
Yeah.
of it for your your
How we get to
your
this?
DS or your whatever it was back then. Advanced.
I gotta rip my bad Bob, bro.
Not Bob.
Bruh, that was you could connect other games from the Game Boy Advance to the GameCube with the link cable. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
always doing something innovative.
Nintendo likes to likes that its systems talk to each other, and that's one thing I can always respect about Nintendo, even
They know
though
how to.
this whole online shit we're doing with the Switch is stressing me out, especially after the stores on the Wii and the Wii U went down.
Don't
But
nobody look. Let's be honest. Who really cared before they said something about it?
Joe.
Me, dog.
Joe.
I was buying N64 games left and right.
You can still play them.
I remember that.
Yeah, because
why were you still down here? Like, look,
yeah, mine too.
Let me tell you,
we spent 10 years, bro. We spent 10 years of folks talking shit about the Wii U, and then the minute they said, the store closes down.
Look,
no!
I'm not one of them, dog. I stood by. I stood by.
Let me tell you, I was like, damn, I'm cleaning out this room up here. My sister and I are cleaning out this room. And on the floor for a year had been my Wii U. So using the what's her name? The woman who's like, if you don't, what's her name? The cleaning, whatever her name is.
If it doesn't bring you joy, let it go.
Yeah. I said, have I touched this in a year? No. Have I played a game? No. I threw that shit right in the garbage. I threw my whole Wii U. Said,
got rid of it.
Why do you hate yourself, Dre? What's the problem?
It's not as bad as folks make it. It just was marketed very badly.
It was marketed bad.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
The virtual console is still the best virtual console out. It had DS games, Game Boy Advance games, N64 games, DS games.
That virtual console made the system. Like the Wii U, it had its fair share of games. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say it didn't.
Mario Kart 8.
But the virtual console still going.
I was mad. I had
made that system.
Mario Kart 8 stupid.
I don't have a lot of.
Splatoon came out. Splatoon debuted that.
True.
Oh yeah.
Super Mario World 3D.
Smash 4 made up for how bad Brawl was competitively. Brawl was a fun party game, but competitively, Brawl was garbage. Meta Knight.
Broken.
Yeah, Meta Knight's wild.
Smash 4 was the first fighting game I played competitively because I suck at every other fighting game, but that was the one. I don't have any more of my consoles, sadly, but when I went home, I mean, most of y'all probably seen the TikTok or seen the intro. I do have my Sega Genesis back. That was the first console I ever had. I had my original copy of Sonic 2. That was the first game I ever played. So as long as I got that, I'm good.
I have all of my Nintendo systems. I have my Xbox One is back there. I don't have my 360 anymore. I gave it to my ex, and I clearly don't speak to them anymore. But I have right next to me. You can't see it, but there's an ottoman right over it. Go away, dog. There's an ottoman right over here. It has my NES, my SNES, my N64, my Wii, and my Wii U all stacked in it carefully, and then all my games are in my closet over here. I still have all my Nintendo systems and my 3DS and all that. Not my Advanced. I got stolen in middle school. But
my GameCube, my N64, my PlayStation, my PS2, my Sega. What else? All the play. I got everything. I never sold anything back because GameStop been ripping us off all our life.
All our lives.
My Vita's still back there. That poor trash.
I wanted to trade in this new game. We got you 2 pennies,
bro. You know what? You know what made me throw out my Wii U? That I was like, yo, what can I get for this Wii U? They're like, yo, we could probably give you $10 for it. I was like,
you can barely see it, but I made a custom GBA last year. I still had that.
Nice.
So I wanted to throw my shit across the roof so bad.
All this stuff. Why do you want to throw all your electronics, dog? What's going on?
Bro, I still have a lot. I still have my Super NES. I still have my N64, my 360. My dad bought the black 360 with the motion controllers when I was done playing with my 360, and I was like, okay, Dad, thanks.
I saw my Xbox. You don't need those no more.
See, I have my old PS3 because it was backwards compatible, and then I got another one to play DVDs in my room, and then I just play games in my room. So shout out to me, I guess. And then I got a PS4. I got a PS5.
Rich. He rich.
Damn, he got money. He got money.
Oh, yes, he got
money.
Just to get the PlayStation to watch some DVDs? That's crazy.
That's my dad's
excuse.
I got my Xbox One back here. I could not tell you the last time I played a game on my Xbox, dog.
Oh, my Xbox One's on its last leg. It'd be loud
All
too.
I do
I mean,
is
that's what
Netflix
Xbox One really
Funimation.
was a media system, bro.
Kage was probably one of the few
machine.
people. Kage was probably one of the few people playing Halo 5 still. Like,
I asked my dad, I'm like, Dad, should I get a DVD, like a Blu-ray player for my room? I watch some movies. He's like, just get a PlayStation. I'm like, what the fuck? You're encouraging me to do this? Like, what?
It's smart.
was
So
that
I bought-
encouragement?
The PS2 was cheaper than getting a DVD player, and the PS2 was a DVD player. That's why it's so extra.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
True.
Like
Putting
DVDs
up
was
that
like 500, 600. PS2, you get that bit for like 200.
That was a
300.
game
Yup.
changer. The DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
W. And you can play your music. And it was
I would say, and the music
you can clean up
Yup.
on Sundays.
with
Yeah.
the memory card, with the double memory card, you could put 2 in them. Boom.
Two of them things.
Just in case you were playing a fighting game, you have your save as well on player 2. I remember that. Whew.
Good time.
All right, so I gotta ask, what were some of y'all like early like online like names for like Xbox Live, PlayStation, whatever? Like,
I only had
It's-
3 online personas. I have Dre the Vid Gamer, and that gets used occasionally. Jessica made that up, so shout out Jessica. Never a doubt and no doubt. It's the only 3 I've used.
Dre the video gamer is so
Oh,
great. It's so
well done.
perfect. It's so
I don't
good.
remember. I think I had Mystery Inc. at
Hey,
one time.
come
Like
on.
with INK, not INC.
Coming for my brand.
Mr. Eve, not Mr. Eve. Like you was Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Mystery,
Yeah.
Mystery Inc. I used to write. So
Oh, okay.
before Blue Satire, my name used to be Mystery Inc. with an INK.
Hey,
Ah,
y'all
nice.
copy
And
that.
because I didn't play a lot of online games until like college.
Yeah.
That's where the Blue Satire name came from in college, like 2011. So
Yeah.
before that, I
Mine-
just had some generic stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mine was E-Ray 710, and I believe that's still my name on like some things because I don't update shit. But E-Ray 710, which I don't. I put 710 because I didn't want to put 17.
Yo.
I need your area code.
Mhm.
Mine weren't good. My first one was
Booty Eater.
no. First one was ripped you a new one. That was
Yo, I might have played against you at some point.
no, okay, if you were playing Halo, you definitely played.
I might have.
Ripped you a new one was one of them, and then Pervy Sage. Pervy
Nice.
Sage is my second
Oh,
one, but like people call me
Respect.
Sage in real life. You know what I mean? So they call me Sage, and Pervy Sage makes sense, like Jiraiya Sensei. But people that didn't watch anime wouldn't get it. They'd be like, "You're a pervert." Like what? So Pervy Sage was like for the longest time, but Ripped You a New One was the game on the 360, bro.
He's doing.
My
That
very
was a good
first.
time.
It was a
Popped in
much
the
different
chat.
time. My very first one was J Money 2K7
Oh my
on Xbox Live.
Oh my
Listen,
Very black.
if y'all ever watch Moesha, you know where I got J Money from.
Fair.
my brother and my cousin used to make fun of me so much.
Rightfully.
Rightfully so, yeah.
My PS2 one was like Duke Nukem or something.
Duke.
Dude,
You have to, bro.
Duke Nukem was crazy. Still might be my. I think it's still my Xbox bio.
Oh,
So how long did it take somebody to call you the first time you got on?
Bro.
Yo, listen, that's a good question.
If I wasn't doing right on Xbox.
Right.
That makes sense. Like I wasn't talking enough shit. I wasn't
kicking enough ass, bro. Like,
Yeah,
people
no,
was mad.
Back
It didn't
in
take
the
long.
360 days, the first Call of Duty / Halo days, it was toxic, and that's like when
Horribly
it was-
toxic.
Yeah.
it was wild.
No reporting systems, really.
None at all.
Who's that deal with that shit?
It was the Wild West. Like,
I get little kids, bro. They just
Yeah.
be saying it, and I'd be like,
okay.
I don't even care, bro. They're not gonna do all I am. I'm just like, yeah. That's,
somebody,
say
next
it
thing you
again.
know, all you hear is you had like on Call of Duty, you had like 3 seconds of hearing somebody after you kill them.
Yup.
That's
Oh,
all you
bro.
hear.
Yo, honestly though, I feel like those lobbies made me who I am today. I got
Yeah.
thick
No,
skin.
honestly,
Wow.
like we might all have thick ass
honestly.
skin because of that shit.
Yeah.
Like Halo 2 was wild. Like because I think that was the first game I played that had voice comms like that were legit. And you had the pregame lobby where you could hear everybody. So as soon as they heard me say something, it was just like,
"Oh, you black, boy?"
It's like, it's like, oh, he black, we about to get him. It's just like, yeah, okay, bro. Like,
that was a normal day online.
It was a normal day.
And that was back in the day when people would be like, yo, 1v1 me. And you would really set up those matches. Though. You would really be like, okay, yeah. The next thing you're in a custom lobby, 1v1 in a random.
That used to make me wish I had a capture card so bad. I couldn't afford one back then, but I would have recorded all them shits, put them shits online, and been like, go to this YouTube channel and watch how I embarrass the shit out of you.
I remember that. I remember those days.
1v1
bro. The whole anime online, bro.
Pinnacle of gaming.
Speaking of animes online, remember AMVs like on YouTube?
Bro, AMVs were nice.
I used to cut Kingdom Hearts ones for fun.
Yo, I might have watched some of those.
I don't think I posted though, bro. They was for me.
I watched so many.
I guess they were
watched
yours.
so many Dragon Ball ones, like
all the time.
Linkin Park, but Goku's powering up or some shit.
It's a 10-hour loop.
Naruto and Sasuke fighting.
I become so
Naruto and Sasuke fighting like
it was always Linkin Park.
It was always Linkin Park.
It was Never Essence.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fuck it, Evervest. Wake me up.
Naruto and Sasuke boxing.
You know, I never knew what the name of the band meant, and I just recently looked up what the word meant. Evanescent is a word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
it? The word, it's an adjective. It means soon passing out of sight, memory, or existence, quickly fading or disappearing. And then it makes sense when you put that to the name of the band.
Name ever, dog.
That's very emo.
Yo,
I was emo for a minute. Told you I
was emo for a minute, dog.
We all had a phase, I think.
We all had a phase.
That was a great phase.
I used to have a crush on a goth girl. That's how I got into Green Day in the first place. Because that was her favorite band. So I was just like, let me go check it out.
I still love goth girls.
So I can relate.
I still love goth girls.
Something about those edgelords, fucking goth boots. Just, ugh.
You sound like you like chasing trouble, bro.
Yeah, I told you Shigo started it. That's where it started.
Yo.
Nice callback.
Good.
You know, that's where it started. Shigo. Next thing you know, here we are.
So, who remembers AIM?
Oh yeah, boy.
Yo, AIM. I was just thinking about AIM because like
Yahoo chat.
That's the first time I
Yahoo chat
experienced
rooms.
racism.
It's
on AIM.
Damn.
When
I
was younger, no cap.
I had a whole family on AIM, bro.
A whole family? Wait, what?
Yo, explain.
I'm gonna cross my leg and just listen.
I feel like I missed out on the AIM stuff. But my parents, I remember my dad and my stepmom worked at AOL. Like there was like a it was like a customer service. I mean, they like did phones or whatever. So they worked there. They worked on AOL. And so I just always thought like that's just my they just worked at AOL. Like
I don't think anybody will ever remember this besides me. But there was something called My Coke. Did anybody remember that? It was like a Habbo Hotel.
Wait.
What they do there?
You did.
It was like a chat room, but you had a little avatar.
Look at everybody putting
on My Coke. You would go to different countries.
I think I remember this.
You keep saying that, I'm like.
I remember this. I think I never.
It's like you used to sit and talk to people and drink Cokes, and then but there was like a DJ booth. You could make mixes of songs. Yeah, bro, it was random as fuck.
That sounds lit. I'm sad I missed
that.
It
really does.
I don't know about this.
I don't know what it is, but
I don't know about this.
It rings a bell.
This was the 04, 03, 05 MySpace era, bro. Like,
were y'all on any other like social website besides MySpace before Facebook? Zanga, yeah.
I had a Tumblr.
Oh, you had a Tumblr early.
I had that secret.
You know
Tumblr,
what,
though.
Dre? This may make a lot of sense to you.
Black
when I
Planet,
say
yeah.
Kim gets most of her comedy from Tumblr, dog.
Yo, that does not surprise me. That makes so much sense.
It makes so much.
That makes so much sense.
She literally, yeah, that makes like 1,000.
Wow.
Everything makes sense, huh?
It makes perfect sense.
I feel enlightened.
Oh my gosh.
Get out my fucking mouth. That's great. Some of that shit should be posted on Twitter. I'm like, oh my God.
She is Tumblr.
She's the embodiment of Tumblr.
Yes.
I used to have a tagged a high five, like just for no damn reason. Like I don't think anyone remembers these. Tagged like
MySpace, Facebook, Insta, Twitter.
I think I might have had a Zanga.
Yeah, I didn't have a Zanga.
I had a Zanga too, yeah.
I knew of it. I didn't have it.
Yo, were y'all crazy on the hip hop blogs come like 2010? I was just on Two Dope Boys and Ill Roots. Dat Piff.
I was on Two Dope Boys.
Two Dope Boys. Hot New Hip Hop.
Hot New Hip Hop, bro.
Hot New Hip Hop, boy. They was on it.
Yeah, it was for sure.
What was the other one?
Is anyone on BlackPlanet.com?
Yeah.
Dat Piff though was really like
Black Planet for sure.
Mixtape era, bro. Hot. What was the other one? Live mixtapes.
Live mixtapes. I got most of my music in college from live mixtapes.
Worldstar started out music wise, and then shit just hit the fan, right?
Mi Gente? I didn't know Mi Gente was a thing. That's crazy.
Mi Gente?
Black Planet, Mi Gente.
Wait, Jay.
What is that?
Wait, Jay, what was your black ass doing on Mi Gente though?
Was anybody else on tag?
Jay Phil said he thought jazz is a scam. I mean, tagged as a scam.
I don't remember. It was like you had like a fucking top. I don't know. You had like a rank or some shit.
A rank.
Yo, the fact that Black Planet, Mi Gente, and Asian Avenue were all the same.
Black Planet was Jay, what's going on, dog? Jay, you good? Jay was everywhere. He said,
Yo, like
if it's free, it's from me, dog.
I'm with it. Whatever that company was like, yo, we got it.
Like, we got him.
Hey, yo,
I remember that. I remember the LimeWire too.
LimeWire, bro. I got in real big trouble with LimeWire.
LimeWire was. They should never give the younger us like LimeWire. Like we had everything at our fingertips.
Or Kazaa for that matter. Like Kazaa was
and the Pirate
Bay.
Pirate Bay, yo. Shout out to the Pirate Bay because they held in there for as long as they could.
They tried.
They really
tried.
Our whole generation should be in jail.
But a torrent.
Kick-ass torrent. Yo.
Never knew what a torrent was till Pirate Bay.
Honestly,
still don't understand what Torah files are, dog.
All I know is it's illegal,
how to do
dog.
I figured out how to do it, but I didn't understand what I was doing.
Exactly.
What this?
I'ma just click download and hope.
Ain't
for
no
the
way.
best, dog. I hope. Can you create a Black Planet?
Ain't no way.
We don't make one, dog?
Yo,
Not as back.
Is this the wave?
profile.
I like their new layout. It's nice.
Sure.
I didn't know it left. You know, I thought it was, for the people. I don't know.
Black
dog.
Planet is here for you to make your mark. Okay.
I never got one.
Yo, they got an app or what? Like,
Why reboot Black Planet now? Black Planet is rebooting because we recognize that this moment is an opportunity to come together. Ownership matters. Look, they got apps.
They got it.
Google Play.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's meet some Black people, y'all. Let's go.
yo, seriously.
I'm
No, let's meet some Black people.
Have a date at McDonald's because McDonald's loves Black people, dog.
McDonald's does love Black people.
Hey, yo, follow me on Twitch, dog. Hey, follow me on Twitch, bro.
Blue, come on.
Black Planet is back, baby. Better than ever.
Oh no. He said black man.
Not even one.
It was there for me.
Yo.
No.
Yo, that just made me so. That made me so happy.
People are like really on here. I can't look at nothing unless I sign up. But like, what if I sign up and I'm the only one there?
You're just in a big ass empty room. It's just like,
bro, you're a trendsetter, bro. You gonna be
fucking. You gonna be Dr. Manhattan on Mars.
I'm gonna do it.
You do it. I'll do it.
Let's go. I wish I really was gonna get back in my MySpace. I don't want to make a new one. I want to get back to my old one.
I can't.
Yeah, I wish I remembered mine too.
My email was fake, so I always do like forgot password and it sends a link, but my email was fake. Like, and I try to like.
It just got disabled because I don't use LOL anymore.
My Yahoo got cleared out. Like so.
And I try to find that email. I even try to create it. It's just like never worked.
Yo, me and my brother used to be in them Yahoo chat rooms just saying what the fuck ever.
What the fuck ever, bro.
At 13 and 15, like just whatever the fuck we felt like. We was talking we was 22. We was talking to grown ass women. Like at least we think we were. Like ASL, you could just lie. Like
fair.
Like age, sex, location. Like
hey yo.
Yeah, MySpace is a music site now.
Photo bucket. Oh my god.
Got it.
Oh shit, photo bucket. I forgot about photo bucket. Damn.
I forgot about that one.
Unlock the memory. Like,
what did you do on photo bucket?
Photos.
It was
Instagram before Instagram.
Basically, yeah.
I had a photo book. I remember that.
It was kind of Instagram and Dropbox in a way. Like you just have photos on there.
Dropbox.
Bruh.
I still use Dropbox faithfully. That's where all my clips are. Everything's on Dropbox.
Sometimes I miss the times we grew up in. It was a little bit simpler. I like being that generation that was
in the middle.
The internet was popping.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're the generation that in theory has lived with the internet the most.
Yeah.
We've literally lived with it through its inception and its germination period. And now we're just figuring out what works and what doesn't. Yeah, it's so weird to think about. It's so weird when you think about the social media platforms too. Like obviously we just went through a couple, but when you think of like you've been on the internet longer than like Twitter, right?
Yeah,
we were probably talking about Twitter was gonna be gone by 2013.
Bro, the way I got a Twitter and did not use it for like 5 years, and then I came back to it and was like, oh yeah, this kind of popping because I was leaving Facebook because like.
Back then on Facebook, you had to have a college email to get on, bro.
Yeah, I remember when they opened it up for high schoolers and
about
everybody.
My age the first time I created a Facebook account.
MySpace on Facebook now. I'm like, how you get on there?
I remember Twitter. Twitter was lit when I hit like probably 2009ish, 2011.
Yeah. When nobody knew how to tweet.
I was instantly.
I had lunch today. That's cool, Jan.
You were just on there saying, whatever.
My buddy was like, make a Twitter. And I was like, what do I do on it? He's like, you can tweet whatever you want. You can tweet 1,000 times a day. He's like, you know how people get mad? Like when you post on Facebook too much? Twitter's like opposite. You post on it. And so I fucking locked in that shit. And boom.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. It was sold to me the same way.
Look, that like somebody said earlier, that first black Twitter surge, 2010, 2011, bro.
Yeah.
It was wild back then.
We was really on there saying what the fuck ever.
What the fuck ever, bro. I had to, no.
I've been to Twitter jail at least 10 times.
I was in Twitter jail every day, twice a day, bro.
To me, Vine and Twitter was hand in hand. I remember Vine.
Yeah.
Remember Vine?
I love Vine. Man, Vine was it.
Vine was it.
6 seconds, bro. You had to be funny in 6 seconds.
Mad creative.
6 seconds funny, and then I guess TikTok now, but like Vine.
I think Vine was I'm getting too old for this era, and then TikTok came and I was like, nah, I'm too old for this now.
But who's still on Snapchat so I can delete you right now?
Bro, I got rid of Snap
a Snapchat still. The way I have not used it, and what's funny, like
I'll use my shit. I don't use my shit.
Kim was like, hey, I'm going on vacation if you want my Snapchat. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I did not use Snapchat. I was like, shit, damn, I really don't use this app.
I forget I have Snapchat. I even like turned the notifications off, like, because it was like for a while. I'm like, I don't even use this. It's just annoying. You know what I mean? So I turn the notifications off. So every time I open my Snapchat, I'm like, oh shit, I have a Snapchat still. And there's like random things. You know what I mean? But
when I found out,
still have the app.
When I found out what Snapchat was doing on Android phones, like they weren't using our camera at all. They was just taking screenshots instead of pictures. on the Android phones, I was like, you know what, fuck Snapchat. Because people, like, everybody with iPhones,
people were like,
No, not cap for
the whole, like, iPhone supremacy thing, like, ran wild with the whole Snap. Like, y'all Snapchats be looking like this. It's just a bunch of pixels. And I'm just like, they were screenshots.
Android could not figure Snapchat out. That was World War II for the longest time.
No, Snapchat couldn't figure out Android. Fuck that.
Like, what is this? Like, get off my phone. I remember that era. I remember Snapchat when it first came out. Like, y'all remember like when it showed like your top 3 friends? That shit got toxic.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was basically it was like MySpace top all over again for me. And you know what I mean?
So toxic.
Crazy. I remember that shit.
I miss flip phones. I used to be able to go crazy.
Up on the motherfucker.
That was my first phone ever. Was a Razor.
My sister's Razor is somewhere in the crib. We had pulled it out a couple days ago. That's it. She had. I forget. She has one person in her phone just named White Man, and I can't.
Yeah, never give Jess your number because she's gonna give you a disrespectful name in her phone. Like one day they went over all the names in Jess's phone, and I was just like, "Yo, no."
I still have my Razor in a bag in here somewhere.
You know her Asian friends had
Razor, but I end up having 3 razors, and I still don't know how.
3? You had blades.
Blue out there trapping, bro. I had a BlackBerry.
Remember the Pearl, the BlackBerry?
No,
the Blackberries.
The Blackberries. But time out, I will say, I was probably the fastest text. I don't know the fastest, but T9.
One hand.
I was literally in class like hiding my phone because they would take it away.
Yeah,
I hide my phone,
bro. That's why we're all good at texting because we used to have to learn how to hide that shit.
Yeah.
Without looking.
It was like the ABC shit. We used to have to go
the curve.
Yeah, to hit it button 3 times.
We are not good at texting, bro.
I mean, I am.
Everybody,
we're not good at responding to text. We're good at texting.
Yeah. No, that's the key. We're not good at responding. Like I'll let a text sit there. There are certain people like I'll message back and forth.
I was typing, bro. Like
I used to drive and text on a fucking like all the time. Like what I didn't have to look, so I was like,
I'm not texting and driving.
Fair. Do not text and drive.
Don't text and drive. It's not as easy anymore.
Fair.
It ain't.
Bro. The BlackBerry run book.
My favorite like old school phone was the Motorola backflip, bro.
Ooh, I remember that shit.
Remember the chocolate?
Oh my god,
the chocolate phone.
Bro, that was I think that was the first phone I bought myself. Shout out Target for my first job.
I was just about to say Nextel chirp. Everybody wanted to chirp.
Nah, fuck that. That shit annoys me.
Where you at?
My brother had a Nextel.
Oh my
motherfucker.
God.
Soldier Boy made sidekicks cool. I remember that too.
Everybody named Mom had a sidekick.
Ringtones too. I remember the ringtones.
Bro, Soldier Boy, if you talk to Soldier Boy about ringtones, he swears to God that he's the reason why people have ringtones had songs on their phones. Bro.
I was the first one with ringtone on the phone.
I still have a ringback tone.
Ringbacks were.
It's like Beethoven's whatever, and everyone's like, "You haven't changed this yet." And I'm like, "Why? What's the point?"
I had some rap song on my ringback, and my family used to get so mad. It was like, "Take that off your phone. I don't want to hear that."
Record it.
Dad, you one of those? You one of those?
I used to record it. You literally, my voicemail would just be like straight T-Pain or something. Let me buy you a drink.
What's up? It's Kage boy. Call me back.
Yeah, literally. Yo, I hated when people would be like
10 to 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I hated when people would be like, "Yo, what's up?" And they'd be like, "Yo, just chilling," and they'd be like, continue the conversation and be like, "Yeah, just leave your name and number." I'd be like,
that shit pissed me off, bro.
I fell for it every time.
It made me so mad.
Every time.
I see an argument on Twitter going on right now. So look, I'm seeing men talk about the most wings they can eat is 8. He said, "Bro, we used to hunt.
8.
How many wings can y'all eat in one sitting?"
Yeah, I'm putting wings down.
Wait, someone eat as a maximum?
8.
That's not real.
Yo, 20 is a minimum, dog.
The first problem was pay attention to Twitter, dog.
I just seen.
He said Ben said it. I was like, I gotta tap out.
It popped up, bro. It's always something funny going on, bro. Like,
Yo,
Twitter is a joke.
I swear every month it's like $200 dates is the whole conversation, and I'm just like, what? Why? Y'all talked about this 3 weeks ago.
Just stop talking. That's the point of Twitter
stuff, bro.
It's the same shit.
Streamers Twitter the same exact way, bro.
I mean, this week has been Dasani.
I blame Kage for that, bro.
Let me say this.
Kage is patient zero when it comes to this Dasani conversation.
Nobody talking about Dasani with him, and then all of a sudden everybody talking about it.
And then Be Nice made it worse.
Be Nice did make it worse.
Be Nice.
That's a fact.
He going to bat.
I told him, I was like, yo, Be Nice, you like Dasani. Next thing you know, we were linked.
Yo, y'all remember
that's why your head probably bald just like his on her head.
He didn't take the hat off.
You drinking that Dasani,
bald,
I posted a selfie like last week. My hair.
That's not right now, dog. You might be bald. We don't know.
How many bottles of Dasani you drank? You probably took your hair out already, bro.
That's crazy.
He had the same bottle since Monday.
That's the biggest problem.
I've been working on this bottle.
He can't even bring himself to drink it. That's crazy, dog. He just got a Dasani bottle for show.
It's a problem.
So much lead in the water, he get full off of 2 sips. That's why.
Y'all remember the Graham Fitness Pacer test?
The what?
The Graham Fitness Pacer test. Y'all ever have to take that in high school?
Nah.
I think we called it something else.
You said it's a fitness test. We had to do like the climbing the rope and all that shit and sit ups and push ups.
I wish they might try to.
It was a back and forth, right? Was it the back?
Yeah, you had to run back and forth from one edge of the gym to the other.
Yeah.
Wait, I do remember that.
They made me pick up erasers when I did.
Absolutely not.
Oh, pick up erasers?
Like pick up like the marker.
Oh, erasers. Y'all have that stabbing people? What's going on?
Jeez. Anyway, that was a huge sidebar. It don't really matter about that.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and ask the question.
No.
What's y'all go-to site for?
Hello.
It's called sleep.com.
That's not.
That's
I'm getting old, you know what I mean? It's like
the hub.
I ain't gonna say that I have a website, but I promise none of you have been to it. That's all I'll say.
Let's go. Let's talk to him.
It's like
come on.
Bitch, you won't last spot. Never mind.
Hello?
What he say?
Those Naruto ads. Yo, I mean, bet you won't last 5 minutes with Sakura.
What you been watching?
Yo,
time out. Shit, OnlyFans.
Spank Bang's a good one.
I'm dead.
Look, ain't no shame. I will support an OnlyFans, a Fansly, a Fan House. If your content good, your content good. Damn it, ain't no shame over here.
Nope.
Don't tell
Well,
nobody.
I think about it. I'm just like, no.
I don't know. Yeah,
he said no.
I'm poor enough as it is.
Yeah, I support it 1,000%.
Every now and then, like, look, good
job. But you're right. You go support a Twitch streamer, you might as well go ahead and support your favorite content creator.
Right? It's content.
I support it too.
You enjoying it? What's it gonna hurt? We can't use that word no more.
What?
Somali, Sims, Sims 2, Sims 4.
Oh.
Shrimps.
Simple things in life.
Yes.
Simpletons. The opposite of a pimp.
I don't know.
You also can't say that people are from Virginia either. You can't say that.
Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yes.
There's nothing wrong with it though, bro. Like, let's be like, I'm glad you asked the question because look, we grown, bro. Who's not doing it? Who not looking at least? As long as you know, you ain't got a problem.
I'm just saying, Spank Bang goes stupid. Like,
you said, what was that?
Spank Bang.
Spank Bang?
That's what it's called.
I'll put it bookmark it right now.
High quality. High quality.
Wait, is that a website?
Blue said.
What is this?
I didn't know that was a
But Tasty
website.
Blacks though.
Shit, Baddie Hub,
I'm
not
gonna
bad
Google
either.
it,
I heard about Baddie Hub, bro.
What's
Who?
Not bad.
Okay, wow, y'all really y'all exploring the internet. That's crazy.
Yeah, see, I don't,
Exactly.
Like,
I
it's
don't
the
know.
internet.
I don't know. I've never really like. I guess I
Not
never
that
really
curious.
explored the internet like that. Essentially,
Same.
People
Not
just be dropping stuff like, hey,
Me
check this out.
too.
I'm like, what is? Oh,
Damn.
Oh
Wow,
my
you have a
God.
very forthgiving community.
yeah, I never really
It's
explored the
going
internet like
Twitter, bro.
that.
Like, I've had to unfollow people because
Oh my God.
I be scrolling, and then next thing you know, it's just this meat and banging and random all over the top. Like, oh,
No cap, I've seen that too.
damn.
That's, I was gonna say if you want to talk about it, yeah, that's a good point. If you want to talk about like there ain't no searching nowadays, it's open Twitter.
It's just there.
Yeah, honestly, shit,
Fair
it's just be there.
Yeah,
Look,
just open Twitter.
Twitter
I
do get some
and
schmeats
there's-
sometimes.
I've seen the wildest thing I've ever seen on Twitter last night. Somebody had a music video, and I'm like, do you? But I'm like, what is this? Why
I
is this
saw
on my
that.
timeline? Bruh. This was one big gang bang music video. Like,
Crazy shit I ever seen on Twitter. I was like,
what was the name for it?
look, I can
No,
find
For science.
for
Nah,
Bruh.
Yo, shit.
Science, for science.
Word.
Yeah,
I'm
not
talking
for
about you
me.
just scrolling and it just started playing. I'm like, no way, either. It's like, it ain't like no intro to the song. It's just like,
No.
It's just there. Like, no, seriously, I saw it too.
Absolutely not.
I was like, oh my God. Like, at this point, I expected it, but
No.
for science,
Not the watermelon.
Not the watermelon.
the watermelon.
it's fine. But damn, I wasn't scrolling Twitter to find that. You know, I wasn't looking for it. It just popped up.
It just jumps out sometimes. Like, oh, there's some
Like,
ads.
Shit, at one point, that was Tumblr.
Oh, Tumblr.
No, so time out.
Infamous.
That's what
I hope-
Tumblr
I hope
was
you're-
for back in the day. Does it make sense? Like that was Tumblr, but then they like they.
Well, you know,
switched it up.
yeah. I think the minute they did take off that content from the platform,
It's still
people
there.
stopped using it. It is.
Yeah, I feel like it was. Yeah,
that initial wave was.
Like,
Not-
it is,
not-
it is,
yeah.
though, like, it ain't no shame. Do you?
I feel
As
like
long as you enjoying yourself, you happy, you making your money.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I had a lot of friends that technically I wouldn't.
'Cause I've had friends in the past that have they've done the
Grown.
they've
That
done the
secret
cam
Tumblr,
stuff.
that secret.
So like I'm definitely not gonna judge you. Like make your money, do your thing.
Make your
Just
money,
be safe,
definitely.
though.
Mhm. Protect
Lick your
yourself.
ear mics. Do what you gotta do.
Not the lick the ear mics. Come on,
Hey, bro. ASMR deep dive. Y'all should try it.
That's different, though.
You be looking for something else. You're like, what's this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's when you go to sleep.
Yeah.
yeah, you go to sleep. 'Cause
Sometimes you gotta like you
uh,
do just gotta go to sleep, huh? Like yeah, I gotta go to sleep.
I was looking for sleep videos. What
It's
is
like when
this?
you're hungry too. You know,
No
they say
cap,
like,
I do
hey,
be-
the best meal at night is sleep.
I do be eating sleep for dinner.
Look,
a
who,
lot.
I do
boy,
be eating sleep for dinner
college, I
too,
used to go to
dog. It's a
bed.
good diet.
Hungry as fuck.
Good night.
Sleep? Shit, you hungry? Go to bed.
Cafeteria closed at 8. Shit, it's like, well, guess I'm gonna be hungry then.
True.
Let's go, husband. Let's go. Yeah.
Next thing you know,
Sometimes that paycheck hit the next day, so you just gotta go to sleep, dog.
the next thing you know, you're hungry. You open Twitter up. You see that ad for some food, and then you all
You
never
see that
mind.
ass? I was like, oh.
Hello?
You see both. You see the ad for the food, and you see that. Then you see some ads too. It's like, do I go to sleep or
Do I eat that or do I eat this? You know, like.
Next thing you know,
Poor getting one of those dose.
one thing leads to
Talking too much.
another.
Watch that shit on Twitter. Ad gonna pop up. So you like ads or ass, right?
Mhm.
No, we were just talking.
Right. You want McDonald's 10-piece chicken nugget meal? Or you want ass?
Crispy.
Fresh ladies.
Fresh lady.
Yo.
Love that chicken pie. Bruh.
Dre, you don't remember that Mary J commercial?
This took a
Let's find the
turn.
girl. Play that shit, bro.
I
Somebody-
probably have
I'm about to
seen
find
it.
it.
I didn't.
You blocked it out your memory.
Maybe I did. Maybe
They had Auntie Mary out there looking foolish.
Mary be hitting that dance though. She be doing the steps. She be hitting that dance.
That song about
The kick push. Yo, she be hitting it, dog.
She be hitting it. She really be hitting that shit.
I don't know why it's on TMZ.
Things are happening at Burger King.
Welcome to Burger King.
Oh, what's in those
you
new
really
chicken
sound
wraps?
What's in the new chicken?
New chicken
Honestly,
wraps.
Burger. I haven't had Burger King.
Okay.
Burger King fire.
Sorry.
Crispy chicken, fresh
Oh,
lettuce, green
please.
cheeses, fresh dressing wrapped up in a tasty flour tortilla. Crispy chicken.
See, the McDonald's would never, but they would do some other stuff though.
The new chicken snack wraps. Come and
They ain't
get it
last too
at
long, did
Burger
they?
King.
No.
Never touch it.
Look, she got that paycheck though. That's all we gonna say. She got
No.
that paycheck.
I'm upset, dog. I wish you didn't show me that.
Oh, bro, it was bad.
That's
They
a
need to
pop.
bring those Crispies back though. Those crispy wraps, they might hit.
True.
It wasn't
might
bad.
hit, bro.
Look, a
That's
fried
what
chicken
$1
wrap
now, bro.
always.
McDonald's have them too, yeah.
I love the wraps.
The wraps, yeah, they do hit different. Oh, my.
Ain't no fucking way.
Taco Bell got it now, ironically.
Ain't no fucking way.
Did y'all know that? Like, ironically, Taco Bell has a Cantina crispy chicken wrap now.
I didn't
Yup.
know that.
Taco Bell, literally innovative. But the Taco Bell's
Go away,
Kage.
Kage.
Here you go.
No,
Here you
I
go.
know that's
It's
such
coming.
southern
Taco
goddamn
Bell-
wings, and I do not want to hear it, dog.
I'm not like that. Taco Bell's like Apple of like
Shut up,
like
bro.
fast
Shut
food.
up, dog.
You gotta think about
Shut
it. And I
up.
know all the people, the CEO of the board,
Stop.
the innovation board is they're
Bro.
they're high as shit.
Boo. Boo.
They said, look, let's go
Tomato,
with They
tomato.
said, yo, have
Tomato,
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 better.
boo.
They said, literally, what's your favorite thing? They're like chicken. They're like, let's make a chalupa with a chicken shell. Like they're wild.
Wait.
innovative.
No. Who did it? Didn't KFC do that with the chicken?
The chicken
what
twister?
what's
The
that one that had
double
chicken?
down. The double down.
Yeah, the double down, bro.
That
It was
was-
chicken,
Now I
love
was
that. And then they had
doubling down on that. Yeah.
chicken in the middle, and then
Look at the
chicken.
company, though.
I was doubling down on that because that shit was.
Oh,
We need to bring that
Taco Bell right
back.
now, shit.
Yeah,
Just
no,
all
let's tear
chickens.
that up.
Look, as much as I
Kage's
talk shit about Taco Bell, but like it's
Taco
it's like
Bell
trash and
hit.
amazing at the same time.
I'll go tomorrow. Shit.
I'll
It's
go right
horrible.
now.
I'll DoorDash
I had some
it
last
right
month.
now.
I'll get
DoorDash
somebody
it.
to
I'll
bring
go
it to
right now. I'll
I
get
know
in my
you
Look
car
at the
right
case
now.
Dorito and the
With
cheese
the
and potato.
Baja
You
Blast?
DoorDash it.
Look,
Look,
look.
Yo,
why?
Baja
anytime-
Blast is
That quesadilla still
Anytime I've
slap.
been drinking,
Yeah.
Taco Bell always say, Taco Bell and Waffle House always sound good when I've been drinking.
Waffle House is amazing.
They be
I've-
kind of.
I didn't
Waffle
go to
House.
when I was in Atlanta,
I never had.
and I
Waffle
wanted
House.
to, but then
Next
I was
time.
like,
Next time, though.
should I go to
got-
Waffle
If the
House? right
Waffle
now?
Because I
House
didn't,
clean,
I didn't get New
I'm
York pizza when I went to New York, so we both fucked up, dog.
That's true.
We got some work to do.
Taco Bell be wild though. I pull up at night and they be like, "Can I get a chalupa XYZ?" They're like, "We're
Yeah,
out of
I mean,
tomatoes."
well, yeah, we're out of
tomatoes.
tomatoes.
And I'm like, I don't like tomatoes anyway. That no, you still can't get that. We're out of tomatoes. Like this doesn't have tomatoes on it. It's a quesadilla. Like they be hoeing me.
bro, I was hurt because you ever pulled up to a restaurant they out of everything. Like, what can I order? You can get the
Bruh.
bread.
Bro, I went to KFC once and they were out of chicken. I was like, "How, bitch?"
This is my
That's your
I-
one job. What are you?
I think we can all agree. Typically, like typically, Chick-fil-A will not let you down in that regard. In that regard, like
I
they.
don't eat Chick-fil-A on purpose. Like, it ends up in my head sometimes. But I don't ever go there myself and buy it. But somehow it just end up here.
I always want to
Try not to
Like
do.
close.
Me-
If you are out of chicken and you got chicken in your name, close. You're done. Like I don't understand.
Me and Keisha went to
I don't-
Chick-fil-A.
I don't buy it.
I picked Keisha up from the airport.
Chicken.
I picked Keisha up from the airport. We went to Chick-fil-A. There was a long ass line. I was like, you know what, it's Chick-fil-A. It's gonna be moving, and it was. They take our order. We was there for a good 40 minutes, I think.
I ain't never heard nobody be at Chick-fil-A for 40 minutes.
That's when we started to know something was wrong. To make things crazier, this dude behind us, like we were the last people to get their order. The dude behind us,
Well, nah, I might not be devil.
the dude behind us got mad and was like, "Y'all gonna take my order?" He tried to drive like through the cones that they put up. He was like, "Nah, y'all gonna take my order." We find I don't know, because it got worse because when we got around, like they was like, "Hey, so yeah, we're out of everything," and I was like, Then what'd you take our order for then? Like, Keisha was like, just drive off before I cuss this lady out. And then like we got mad because we was like, yo, the dude behind us, if we mad, he go fucking break something. Like, we should have stayed and just watched him get mad. But they would say we had everything. They tried to offer us a drink, and I was just like, we're just gonna go. Like, fuck that shit.
You don't want a lemonade?
No. We wanted our damn chicken.
Oh my god.
Is it Sunday?
No, it was like a Friday. We said fuck it, we was a Waffle House.
I'm just trying to understand the story.
I didn't.
I tried to start going.
It was on the south side. That's why.
Plus, I feel like there's better chicken sandwiches.
I mean, there are.
Like, we
for
don't
sure,
want to admit it. We don't want to admit it, but
I admit it.
there's so many more places that got better chicken sandwich than Chick-fil-A. And I'll be paying like $8 for like 4 little ass nuggets that's not gonna do nothing. They're like popcorn chicken.
Chick-fil-A,
like,
that's they just don't be feeding me enough. I like when I order a Chick-fil-A sandwich, I'm like, let me get a double patty. And they don't ever give me a double patty because I guess I don't know why, but it's against the rules. So they're always like, we'll just put it in a bag for you. You can put it on your sandwich. And I'm like,
the patty in the bag.
They put the patty in the bag. I put it on my sandwich. It's crazy. I don't know if it's like nutritious wise. I don't know what the rule is.
That just feels gluttonous.
I'm like, just put the patty on the.
Just go
put it on the shit. I ordered it. Put it on the shit. And they charged me for a whole sandwich for it too. They be hoeing me.
You be hoeing yourself. You just go to KFC.
I do it to myself. I'm not gonna cap.
Get that double
cheaper
down.
than DoorDash. So. But
All right.
Popeyes. I just go to Popeyes.
Yeah, Popeyes.
I go to Golden shit. Hell, I'll make the shit myself.
I'm gonna try Raising Cane's tomorrow.
Don't do that.
Don't. It's so.
I mean, try it for
We
the
just
first
got
time.
it in Utah.
The first time, try it, and let me know how bland
Try
it
it
is.
once. You got to see for yourself. So like,
Get your
you know, I had to learn the lesson myself too. So I ain't gonna
Not
fault
the
you.
lesson, please.
I ain't gonna fault you
gonna
though,
love
but
salt.
it's so mid.
You gonna love
It's so
salty
mid.
things and a little toast.
The line's dumb
Yes.
long too.
Because
Like,
you ain't never had
stupid
that
long.
before.
Yeah, no. Yeah, people in Utah are going crazy.
Don't let y'all get no In-N-Out unless you already got one.
We got
Alright,
In-N-Out. We got
Yeah.
In-N-Out, and In-N-Out's always wild too.
For
I
that
don't
bland
like.
ass burger.
So I like In-N-Out, but I will
It's just
pay
basic.
In-N-Out like $5 to not give me the fries. I'll be like, look, I'll pay extra. I'll pay you $5 extra. Just
That
don't give me the
cardboard?
fries. Yo, I hate the fries there.
They fries get cold faster than any fries I've
They
ever
just
had.
they just ain't
It's
good.
like cardboard.
They taste weird.
Also
the
that.
texture's weird too.
Also that.
That's probably why E don't like potatoes. He had In-N-Out fries once and boom.
It was just like, is this potatoes? Like, I don't
I
know.
want this more.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, we talking about potatoes?
No.
Yes.
Small potatoes, small potatoes, small potatoes.
Small potato.
He said it, please.
Okay, yeah, I literally I love fries, and for you to not
Same.
do fries right, it don't make sense. You know what I mean? Like,
How
it
do
just
you make
don't-
some fries? You do it though.
Yeah, I don't. And they're still giving them out like they're fires. I just don't get it. I don't know.
I never
Everybody's
had
like,
cookout. I want it.
I never had
cookout not
cookout either.
bad.
I
I've
never had
never
cookout.
either.
It's not
Wait,
bad.
wait. What's cooking?
Every-
It's down here.
Do y'all know BP?
Yo, BP stays at
Every
cookout.
time. So let's say we're hanging out, vibing in Discord like this, right? Every time BP joins, he's driving to cookout. I'm not even exaggerating.
Oh,
It's to the point where I'm like, "You driving to cookout?" He's like, "Yeah." Like, he lives at cookout. Like, it's crazy. It's wild.
I don't even know how to describe cookout. Like, I've been a couple of times.
it's like, you know, cookout food. It's mostly seafood. If I understand
Seafood?
correct.
They have other stuff. They do have hush puppies though, which is
Hot dogs,
wild.
steaks, chicken, fries, steak.
I will say I love seafood, but seafood
The grocery
in
store.
Utah, you just
I can imagine.
I'm nowhere
You
near.
in Utah.
You know what I mean? I'm nowhere near some type of body
Yeah, you
of
saw
water.
that.
So late.
Trout.
That ain't
Nah.
it, bro. That's land crab.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't eat seafood here, but I love seafood. I don't eat seafood here. Like when
That's
I go anywhere else,
unfortunate.
that's like I go. Like
That's
I went to
unfortunate.
Florida like 2 times last year. All I ate was seafood, just because, like, you know what I mean. Like I just need seafood. But yeah, around here, nah, seafood ain't it.
I trust seafood in Cali, Louisiana, some parts of Texas, and up north, like Maryland.
Maryland, yeah.
But the cook is
Not gonna,
different.
you're not gonna eat no New York seafood.
I don't know, Chris. Might be a rat.
No
New Orleans,
bubblegum shrimp, dog.
You gotta go.
Bubblegum.
You gotta go up. You gotta go to like Maine or wherever the fuck.
Yeah,
I would trust y'all with everything else.
Y'all be like the only black people in there, but actually, yes and no.
No, you're
Who
right.
knows?
You're right.
Yes and no, but it'll be good. The lobster roll will cost you like $18 or something crazy like
What?
that. Right?
I've never had a lobster roll.
I haven't either because I don't like lobster.
You know
like that.
who fucks with lobster rolls heavy?
You about to say
Fuck lobster?
TK.
Yup. Actually,
Yo,
yes.
TK fucking loves lobster rolls, and I do not understand it, dog. She goes
That
crazy.
tracks.
That's just wild to me. Like it makes sense though. You know what I mean?
It makes so much sense.
I eat clam chowder.
Yo, TK lobster rolls, Kim Tumblr, like it's just.
It's just on brand. It's just on brand.
I'll lock it in, bro.
I gotta have a lobster roll. Kim got to go through a Tumblr one time. Nah, she might be
All right, I know it's getting late. I did say 11, but we just letting the good times roll. But if y'all, we can start wrapping it up. We can keep it going if y'all want. But the last question I want to ask is, who was y'all first black hero, like, in your eyes?
Oh man, good question.
Hero.
Jet Jackson.
I mean, listen.
Go away, dog.
They could be fictional. It could be somebody.
Turn your mic off. Go to bed, dog.
They could be fictional. It could be somebody you know. It could be a celebrity, whoever.
I mean, like, I think, like, go ahead, E. Go ahead, E.
Well, I'd say mine is like, and to round this all out, because this was my first answer, but my last answer is Stevie Wonder. Like I said, I grew up in a musical household, so I stayed listening to Stevie Wonder. All of course, Michael and Prince and Lauryn Hill, Jill Scott, all them. But like Stevie, like his music just, I don't know, like it just, you can get lost in his music. And like I said, especially with him being blind, and like I said, I was dealing with some shit when I was younger. And I thought I was just growing up to be blind. So like I looked up to him as someone who, was already dealing with what I thought I was going to have to deal with. And he was out here. He was bringing music to the world. He was just like, he's someone that I looked up to. So I love Stevie Wonder. Like that will always be my favorite artist. Like I just, I've always like idolized him, just for existing, just like doing what he does and doing it well, and his work ethic, his sense of humor, just like anytime you see him in an interview, he's putting a smile on someone's face, and I want to be that way. So Stevie Wonder is definitely the first black idol in my life that I've looked up to.
I love that. That's damn way to set the bar.
What? I was about to say Wesley Snipes. That's crazy.
Hello.
I mean, hey,
I love the Black movie.
Why not? Right?
Nah, I don't. That's a hard question. Like, I think it's changed over the generations. That makes sense. Like when I was little, you couldn't tell me like Michael Jordan wasn't like.
Yeah.
Because to me, Space Jam was huge.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Space Jam was huge. You couldn't tell me Michael Jordan wasn't it. If that makes sense. So like,
true.
Younger me, obviously, older things change, but whatever. But younger me, I feel like Michael Jordan was it. Like I remember watching Space Jam. Like this is like it. And that was huge. That was huge to me for sure.
Oh, that's a good one too. Because I mean, who didn't?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, yeah.
Michael Jordan definitely was one.
Dog.
Michael Jordan needs a badge because Michael Jordan definitely was one. But look,
also shout out to Jordan for the best slogan ever. Fuck them kids.
That's what I was saying. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. Like
Michael Jordan was huge.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was one of the first shows that I watched that wasn't a cartoon outside of Power Rangers. I'll give Zach his flowers too. But like I said, first thing first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Like Uncle Phil was the one, dog. And that's why I'm so happy that Bel Air is on, because it's dope to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I really did like Uncle Phil, even Carl Wins. I throw Carl Winslow in there too. Like
Yeah.
like A1 Dash you saw on TV every week doing their thing, showing folks, all the black folks that's on all that, like just seeing people in TV shows that look like me.
All that.
That's what those were my
Candy
first
Shallow.
heroes. It's like we can do that. We can be there. We can do something similar. Like
Yeah.
wasn't having music yet, but seeing those people on TV, seeing Alfie DD and Goo on My Brother and Me, like some folks don't know about that one right there. But like those kind of my heroes. Ooh, Mr. Cooper. Ooh.
Yo, you said nothing but a word with Uncle Phil. Damn. Like y'all bringing up names I didn't even think of.
That's crazy.
I have to go with my dad. I'll be real with you.
Dope.
My dad, I think if I were to make a quick media reference, it'd probably be Lawrence Fishburne's character in Boys in the Hood. Like my dad had that kind of energy.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he had to use the knowledge in the same way as his character did, because I'm a pretty by the book human being. But carried that energy. My dad's one of those like walk the walk, talk the talk, present yourself in the right way, this, that, and the third. So kind of just at least set the bar high, or at least whip me into shape in a way that I don't know, just made me like just be smart. I feel like I've always at least kept myself out of trouble in more ways than one.
Yeah.
So I can definitely thank my dad for at least setting the example and setting the bar. I feel like I always live in my dad's shadow to a degree. So it's a good thing and a bad thing at times, but a good thing. You know, it's where it's the expectation. It's what I work toward rather. So.
Yeah.
Yo, big ups to the black dads.
Good answer.
That's a great answer. For me, I had pretty much all the same things like y'all said. Like MJ, certain artists. Like Will Smith is one of them, honestly, for me, because funny dude, well kept, everything like that. Good example. But my very first one has to go to my older cousin Sai. He's about 8 years older than me, and he's pretty much the person that really introduced me into gaming. Like we got the Genesis for Christmas, but I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. But he pretty much like showed me the ropes, and ever since then he's been showing me the ropes on gaming life, career wise and stuff. He's kind of always been my mentor from the ground up, like ever since I was 2 years old and could remember what the fuck life even was. So he was the very first one for me, and honestly to this day he still is. And then fictional ones that come to mind are like Sergeant Johnson from Halo. Like just I just love the fucking guy. Like, of course, like MJ, both MJs, honestly, Prince, Lupe Fiasco. We talked about that earlier. Like Lupe really just kind of instilled a lot of confidence in me as a young black teenager. So he's definitely another one. But yeah, thank y'all for those answers. That was actually incredible answers from every single person. So. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. Once again, guys, I appreciate y'all time spending a Friday with your boy on stream. Like it meant the world to me that y'all even took the time. I'm glad y'all had fun. I had a ton of fun. Like we can never do it again, even not off stream. Like I'm always down just for the get down. Yeah, just to hang. Like like E and Dre, we've hung out in person before. Like I would love to do the same with Kage and Blue. Like if I'm ever in Dallas, like Kage, Blue, I'm gonna hit you up. I don't know if I'm gonna come to Utah, Kage, but you'd be the only reason my black ass would step foot in that state. I'm telling you. But
I come through on a layover.
Hey, yo.
On my way over to TwitchCon, dog.
TwitchCon, yeah, hey, TwitchCon around the corner.
Out here, though,
hopefully.
You know what I'm saying?
But okay,
I look outside, the city's already. The city's up right now. You know what I'm saying?
Is it, dog?
It just woke up. It's crazy because the city just woke up. It's time.
Did they wake up to roll over and go back to sleep? Like what?
Bro. The city's alive tonight, bro. It's just crazy.
The Utah Jazz playing or something?
Bro, let me start on Utah.
I also want to give a big shout out to the chat. Chat was, amazing. Thank y'all for bearing with us. Like I didn't have sound alerts on and shit like that. We really weren't,
Chat was lit.
Chat was lit as fuck. Like, so make sure if y'all not already following these four gentlemen, make sure y'all please go do that. Go support their creative journeys all around. Thank y'all for being here, supporting me. I appreciate it like more than anything. Try not to get too sappy, but I got this last little bit of drink left. I'm gonna down this shit. If anybody got they drink on hand,
Just a little left.
cheers to y'all. You go. Cheers. Water's fine. Cheers to y'all. Cheers to the chat, and cheers to just Black excellence and Black boy joy.
Abajo. Salud.
All right, now who we go raid?
Beyonce.
I wish. She would not even know.
Is that the Omar titty tension dance you're doing?
I think it is.
What?
What a legend.
GG's, y'all.
GG's.
y'all.
Chat, we gonna get out of here. We go find somebody to raid.
Yes, sir.
I know we probably about to hit the Discord. Like,
I'm gonna catch y'all next February.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, as soon as March 1st hit.
It's like, who are y'all? I don't even know y'all no more.
You know what they call it.
You already know that's how everybody else gonna act once March 1st hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I gotta deal with
they
it.
took a break this month. I promise you.
Bro.
Bro.
I'm gonna do it. Since March, I'm out.
Like real talk, y'all haven't noticed like stuff just been down for everybody lately. Like
Yeah.
I think they silently boycotted.
You know what?
Silently.
I feel like low key,
Crazy,
like
but it's like
Kinda true.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I don't really clock Twitch like that because I ultimately don't care. But I feel like this Black History Month as a whole has not been like
it has
crazy.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm okay with that to a degree because that, like, the understanding is that it's just more commonplace. Like everyone's trying to push like the Black Future Month as a thing, and that feels like too much too sometimes. But obviously, pros and cons. Like it's a necessary thing. But I think the more ingrained Black history becomes universally, cool. I'm cool with that. So like if all the things that are happening this month continue to work their way, right, exactly. And of course we've got months for other different things happening in other times we need to
for that
represent.
too. We want to celebrate. That's what I hope we can do more of. Just celebrate what makes us different, what makes us unique, what makes us special.
Because I mean, even though we're all friends, we all come from different walks of life. We're all like different. We walk different paths, and we're all interested in some different things. So, I would love to see them highlight more just HBCU like gaming and esports culture because that deserves a little bit of spotlight. Like a lot of them doing that shit on their own with no type of corporate support. Like go to the schools, have some tournaments. Like support like potential streaming careers, like make that a thing.
I don't think it's hard to show everybody that same love that they focusing on. The top percent of folks. Like we do it all the time within just us, our communities, the people that we rock with, the teams that we're represented by. We do it all the time, showing love and celebrating the uniqueness of each person. Why can't everybody else just do it? We got to be that. We got to keep being that change that we want to see. So
I agree.
Amen.
Let's keep doing this year round and uplifting everybody.
I'm down.
Yeah, no more Chads. No more Chads.
Hey yo.
With that being said, let's go take it over to GoTZ. I think we all know who GoTZ is, but like, as I get the raid going, anybody got any more last thoughts for this Black History Month? Whatever you want to say.
The Black.
Yeah, I was saying I need that one more time.
Black.
Spitting, dog. He's spitting.
Iconic soundbite. Most iconic soundbite.
This man's spit.
Thanks for the invite, Spartan. It was a good time. I appreciate you putting this together. Keep doing your thing, man.
Thank you guys. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Good job.
Same. I had no idea what to expect. I'm happy. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Like I said, it was nice to really just chop it up with everybody and just hear everyone's different perspective. Like obviously we're all different, and we just kind of really life
Shout out to
Like-
Kage being 45 minutes late, dog.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Black.
Yeah, y'all,
Delayed.
Delayed.
y'all are all a piece of shit. Don't ever invite me back. I hated this experience. It was garbage. Don't ever do Black History Month. It's terrible.
Talk your shit, talk your shit.
Imagine. This
Nah,
whole
man,
thing is
great
so
job, man.
bro. Yeah, man. Keep doing it. Keep pushing.
I like sitting here and being able to chop it up with people. And I hope we can do this with again and with
Yeah.
other people. I just
Everybody.
period. Like
Get more
It'd
people
be
on
fun.
this panel. You know,
Yeah.
get more people.
Sure, for sure. Well, Chad,
Mi gente.
like, Chad, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like, everybody have a great night. Support Black excellence year round. Everybody have a great weekend. we will see. We'll see y'all on Tuesday.
07
Later.
salute for the Spartans.
Not the Beyond the way, please.